No, it does not. No. Okay, so OBS reset audio again, so that's really cool. Thanks, OBS. Really awesome.
It's
Um,
helpful.
Playing
Aren't you
old Star
sneaky?
Ocean and demons have just taken over my
I
fucking
it,
game.
it's the fucking
Actually,
it's the
Sneaky's name
fucking
growing up was
meme.
really pretty.
It's the fucking meme of like everyone pointing at each other. It's like OBS, Discord, and SteelSeries all pointing at each other about who's the audio issue.
Meanwhile, I'm just over here like, thanks, Razor. You consistently work. You're not the best, but you haven't fucked me over yet.
God, how far we've fallen that Razor is in that position.
Oh, I'm
Sneaky.
aware, Max.
Sneaky, why did you talking
Sneaky.
contrast my game?
Sneaky.
Huh.
Sneaky, what you actually need is you need the church meme of the people sitting in the
Take
pews
me
with
to
the gun
Snurch!
with the gun pointed at the head of the person ahead of them.
Oh,
and
yeah!
the sniper's just Windows 10.
Me sitting in church. SteelSeries about to fuck up my audio. Discord about to fuck up SteelSeries. OBS about to fuck us up. The sniper all the way up there. Windows 10 update pending.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of updates, apparently Microsoft figured out how to update Windows 10. It's crazy.
Let me guess.
My computer rebooted last night. And I'm like, why did my computer reboot? Yeah?
Not enough people are upgrading Windows 11.
Probably.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here, I'm like, why did my computer reboot? And I look, and wouldn't you know it? Windows 10 virus update. And it rebooted my computer. Wouldn't you imagine that? But, yes, sir, yes, sir.
I don't know. Sneaky's talking turned my game into that.
What?
Why are
In
you
gaming?
asking Sneaky's gremlin curse by opening a game while in the call? Why would you do that to yourself?
I'm always playing a game on
What
call.
the fuck?
What in the name
Yeah,
of
I don't
the
know what the
Lord?
fuck's going on there.
Is it just
But-
whenever I talk?
Also, I
Well,
have to
no,
ask,
it's now
what are you
permanent. It's now
playing?
weirdly
Like,
Star Ocean till the end of
Oh.
time. It's now
No.
weirdly only the text box
Amazing.
has now
Okay.
like that.
Well, don't worry.
The rest-
That'll eventually fix itself then.
Maybe.
Theoretically.
bro, that text box is
Yes.
the text box is going through some stuff,
yes.
boyo.
It's going through drugs and fan fiction. Talking about
Yeah,
that, let me get some
apparently.
alcohol.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, gentlemen, I wanted to start off by talking about that Invincible story. Because it kind of pissed me off, I'm going to be honest. But before we get to that, is there any stories from my business? My coworkers are still useless.
To no surprise.
Oh, we had a funny little moment where one of my coworkers decided he was just going to go on Do Not Disturb for several hours. And then my other coworker decided he just wasn't going to do anything for several hours. And so we had a whole bunch of tasks building up in the queue, and then when 4 o'clock rolled around and that coworker left, which, by the way, that's another company policy that gets ignored on my team for the sole benefit of that employee. You know, the one I've told you about multiple times now. Yeah, so company policy is that you're not allowed to leave until all tasks before your shift is over are done. Or handed off. And he does constantly leave with dozens of tasks that have been sitting in the queue for hours. And he'll just leave. And then nothing gets done about it. We've had other So my manager used to take vacations, and then he had to stop doing that because every time he took vacations, another manager would have to sub in, right? But then the other manager would see those two problem employees' behaviors and would just be like, what the fuck's going on? Why are these two not working? And I'm just like, oh, that's normal. Yeah, they do that every day.
And so now he can't take vacations because otherwise the two problem employees he likes gets in trouble.
Yeah.
You know, that's really stupid.
Yeah.
Has he thought about getting rid of the employees?
Yeah, not happening.
Has he thought about getting rid of himself from the workplace?
Yeah, except he's being paid too much.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if
Have you thought about
anything,
hoping-
he would probably try and
have
get
you-
me fired. But I'm
Have you thought
actually
about
too
hoping
good
for
of
an
an
act of
employee for
God?
that.
Have you thought about hoping for an act of God?
I do every night. Yeah. But anyway, this invincible fic. So, this invincible fic is really mild. The crowd went mild. In fact, it's so mild, despite having 20 chapters posted, it has only 6 pages in the thread.
Thick.
6. Yeah.
That
He
is.
gets like 2 to 3 comments per chapter.
Is one of them Jason Wu?
No, surprisingly. So even Jason
Oh,
Wu doesn't
you-
show up.
I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't even call it mild. If Jason Wu's not even showing up on your fic, I think you're just got a shit fic.
Like, no, it's not terrible. It's just... So, the author is trying to set up this nerfed gamer system, and it's like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. So he can't create instance dungeons. He can't... He doesn't... When he levels up, he doesn't get to pick where his stats go. A whole bunch of other things that just might, reduce the fiddly bits, right? Instead, his stats can be increased from training, which he doesn't know how to do, so he doesn't increase the stats through training. Or, because it's invincible, he increases the stats by stopping crimes and being a hero. Stopping crimes nets him 1 randomly assigned point. Being a hero nets him 2 points he can put towards any attribute, right? Being a hero is harder than stopping crime. Being a hero, it requires you to, say, prevent the criminal from blowing up the bank or stuff like that, right? You actually actively have to prevent the crime from occurring to be a hero. So...
Okay, so wait.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
criminal robs bank. You failed.
Right. You get a villainy point for stopping him. If
villainy? Wait.
a villainy point transforms into a randomly assigned attribute point.
God.
A hero point gives you 2 points that you can assign. So if a criminal comes in and shoots someone in the bank to steal money, and you stop them, you get a villainy point. If a criminal comes in trying to rob the bank and you stop them and no one gets hurt, then you get a villainy point and a hero point.
I commit a crime and stop myself. Which one does that give me?
Australian syndrome.
Wonderful. Then I can drink to that.
Indeed. So it's a whatever system. It's kind of mindless, and he didn't put too much thought into it because his character barely does any heroic shit.
I mean, it's a system that is garbage because it's kind of encouraging you to just like, oh, I stopped that person. No, trust me, gamer system. They were definitely about to commit a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
well,
why I
the
broke your
gamer
ankle.
system is run by the DM, so
Yeah, I
you
was like,
can't
surely the
jailbreak it.
magical gamer system can tell the difference between me punching Granny on the street and me punching Granny who's about to go commit an axe murder.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
the gamer system is apparently expecting me to stop someone from whipping out a gun, which is not actually all that easy a thing to do without very specific power sets.
Yes.
For example, precognition, or some sort of just general broad area telepathy that lets you zero in on which person is having which thoughts.
So, to give you a better idea of how he's used it so far, however, during the alien invasion, the first one, he was given the objective of stop the alien invasion, and he gets villainy points for that. And he was given the side objectives of prevent over $10 million in collateral damage, prevent more than 100 people from being killed. And he gets hero points for that one.
That's doable. The first alien invasion wasn't like that big a deal.
This man is gonna hate Cecile's fucking men things that cost fucking what? Like, how many does it cost to create per? He's agents, soldier things.
Yeah, so anyway, why I don't like this story and why it probably hasn't gained much traction is the character's a fucking retard.
Oh.
So despite having so the author's trying to do that classic thing of if I have 10 strength, I am a normal person. If I have 15 strength, I am a normal person times 1.5, right? You know, but
Bro,
well, 10 strength
doesn't
is
work.
peak human. 15 strength is peak human times 1.5. So he has like 25 in. His character is fucking retarded.
Mm.
Okay.
He responded to that apparently it's because he doesn't have good wisdom, but that's
Well, wisdom's not a stat.
Yeah, that's not how
just
that
bullshit.
works.
Yeah.
So
and
anyway,
that he's gonna try and get talk about that in the future. So he apparently responded like half an hour ago.
oh, he responded.
Yeah, to you.
Oh,
Yep.
great. Oh,
Yeah.
boy. You make good points. I also appreciate the constructive criticism. You're right. Emil isn't as smart as he should be, and that's for a good reason.
So he's pretending to be retarded.
You make good points, pointing out that I have blatantly fucked up. I have now retroactively decided that's for a reason. Okay. Okay. But anyway, so my original, so the problem is so he starts off super OP, right? So he gets his first perk point that he gets to put into anything, and he's like, I want to be a wizard, and so it's like, okay, so wizard perks, and he's got this one called Planetary Heartbeat, and so he's like, oh, that's cool. What does it do? And he puts a point into it. And, you know, Gaia just gets made aware that he exists, and she's like, holy shit, someone that can fucking listen to me, sort of. I'm just gonna dump mana on you. Go and save the world. Which got me reading
sure,
it. Yes,
fine.
that got me reading it. I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. But anyway, he's been fairly retarded when it comes to how he assorts his perk points and how he chooses things. But anyway, so he goes through the whole rigmarole, blah, 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 blah. Ends up in a nature park, sees a dungeon portal. And he's like, I didn't know there was dungeon portals. I couldn't make an instant dungeon, but I guess I can use these dungeon portals. So he goes into the dungeon portal without a single offensive spell or defensive spell or
Then he should be dead.
mobility spell. Well, see, what he did instead was he just spammed all of Gaia's mana into giant mana blasts.
What?
Yes. So anyway, he's in this dungeon portal, and then it brings him into the nature garden. And then it turns out that actually these dungeon portals are like spiritual representations of the world. And this dungeon is a spiritual representation of the city's pollution upon nature. And so stage 1 is cleaning the lead out of the nature park by killing lead elementals. And so he proceeds to be exceptionally retarded in everything he does. And conveniently, one of his explosion blasts, because he's like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. He tries to like punch one of them. He tries to punch lead.
Sir, that's a phenomenally bad idea for several reasons.
Yeah. That didn't work out great. But anyway, so he's just shooting off these blasts, and he gets overwhelmed, and he's super cocky, and he accidentally completes the secret objective by blowing up the fountain, which was filled with lead pipes. And then he completes the objectives enough that he is able to escape from the nature park before he gets overwhelmed by the absolute tidal wave of lead elementals that start pouring out after he blew up the fountain. And he gets some rewards for it, and he keeps upping, planetary heartbeat, so he can hear Gaia better, and she can give him more mana, and this kind of gets into a cycle, and so then he's wandering around at one point, and he's like, I need to learn magic. That was really dangerous. And so he walks into a library and starts looking for magic books in a public library in a city.
Bruh.
And he just conveniently finds a dungeon portal. The dungeon portal represents the lost human knowledge that used to be shared with everyone, which includes all of the enchanted magic books.
They did not share those things.
Well, you see, this was a special library meant to bring up the common man into a real mage. Anyway, so in this library, he goes in, and the library blatantly tells him, game system's like, hey, you're in this library. The purpose of your visit to this library is to kill the enchanted magic books. If you do this, you complete the level. Now, he already knows that when you complete the level, you get a level thematic reward. So when he completed the lead level, he completed the special objectives of the lead level, he got rewards related to lead. Makes sense, right?
He became a Roman?
No, he got a lead crystal, which are actually pretty cool if you've ever seen one. He got a lead crystal, and its special property is that it breaks mana. So that's cool, right? And so he knows he gets rewards for doing, thematic rewards for doing stuff. Now, what could you imagine a reward in a library where the objective is to kill an enchanted book is?
Enchanted book.
Bags.
You're right.
Oh, that's a good one,
Kaz.
actually. That's a good one.
Yeah, so the reward
Man,
for killing the enchanted books was the enchanted books that you killed.
like all of them? Do they get...
Just the three objectives. And you can only pick one of the three to be your reward. He finds this out later, but you can at least develop the assumption, having prior experience, that the likely reward to killing an enchanted book in the library is getting the enchanted book. You would think a normal, average intelligence person could come up with such a thing, right?
Yeah.
Not this main character. No.
Did he
Gets the
Did
objective.
he get the library's filing system?
No. He gets the objective to kill these enchanted books, and he goes, oh my god, there's enchanted books here? And he tries to run up and grab one, and then tries to leave the dungeon, which he can't do until he kills them.
That isn't
And
stupid. That's just a retard.
And the enchanted book then proceeds to shred his arms and nearly kill him because it can cast all of the spells inside the book.
Yeah, all right, makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I'm just sitting here like, why are
That's
you
not a
so
hu-
retarded?
That's not a human. That's a lemming in human form.
Well, actually, the lemmings were driven off the cliff by Disney staff to make that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walt doesn't
But
tell you about that one at the amusement park.
yeah, right.
Mm.
But anyway, so the point being though is that they're fucking retarded. Like this is the most like this character enters a situation. It's like, what is the dumbest thing I could do at this very moment? And then he does it. And then he's like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened to me. Why did this happen to me? I don't understand what's going on. And it's just like, oh my god. If I wanted to deal with retards, I would just go to work.
Mm.
Yeah.
So, causes the hurricane, eventually kills the books. Right?
If he has no spells, how did he cause the hurricane?
Oh, because he has all the Gaia mana in him, and so he just causes elemental-based mana storms.
Oh,
That
how fucking
is-
convenient for him.
Yes, exactly. That's
That's
what I said. Yes.
That is stupid, because at the very least he should only have like Earth and nature manipulation, because he has Gaia, not Uranus. As from, because he has the planet, not the sky, giving him mana. Look, if they're calling it Gaia, they got to follow the Greek myths. But unfortunately, that means Zeus gets horny.
Yeah, well, they're saying Gaia, and they mean all the elements.
Yeah.
So anyway, then a mop and bucket show up, and they're enchanted mop and bucket. You know, like the enchanted mop and bucket from the Disney show that we've all seen at, Fantasia 2000, I believe it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that enchanted mop and bucket. And so, what's the dumbest fucking thing can he do in this very moment?
Break it.
Yes. He proceeds to, for no reason, attack the mop and bucket.
What?
What? Bro.
When he just spent this whole chapter trying to subdue instead of kill the magic book, because he thought if he killed the magic book, it would disappear forever, when this library is a spiritual representation of the magic library. It doesn't exist, actually. And nothing in it actually exists. It's a spiritual representation of the state of decay. And he's like, no, it's real to me! And so, for no reason, he decides to attack the mop and bucket, who apparently are secret bosses, and proceed to kick the shit out of him.
I mean, they're secret bosses because he's an idiot.
Yeah. And so he ends up defeating them by surrendering and apologizing. Because after he gets his shit kicked in, he's like, why are the mop and bucket attacking me? I don't understand.
Okay. I think this is just written by AI, and the writer's an idiot. who's
No,
not
though
even
the
trying to
writer's
clean it up.
just retarded. No, there's no AI. There's no AI in this. No, this is natural stupidity. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I saw the author's name.
It's organic stupidity, eh?
Yeah, it's organic, all
Even-
natural stupidity.
I believe I've actually dropped a few of his fics before.
Yeah. So this goes on. He finally gets a reward, and what's the reward he gets? A mop that cleans forever without needing to be cleaned itself. And he gets to pick from one of the enchanted books he killed. And so what does he do in this situation where he is told he can pick one of 3 books?
All of them.
He tries to pick all of them. It doesn't work. It just gives him the first one he picked
That
up.
was a joke, Sneaky. That wasn't supposed
Yeah, no, he's retarded. And so basically, again, it's another series of he's a fuck up, he fucks up, he keeps fucking up, gets rewarded for fucking up, doesn't learn any lesson from any of the things that occur to him ever at any point, and just keeps fucking up infinitely.
See, give him try to take all of it, give them both. That works specifically in something like I don't know, the new game Dispatch, because it's explicitly set up so that there's a good reason that trying to give the villain both of the things that he wants fucks him over. This isn't that. You're not clever.
No.
You're not funny.
Yeah.
You're just stupid.
No, you're on the alignment chart. Your character is just lawful fuckwit.
Real.
Leave lawful out of it. He attacked the mop and bucket for no reason.
Yeah.
True chaotic fuckwit.
So anyway, stuff happens. He gets more powers. He starts learning. So he gets his first book on magic. His first book on magic. What's it called? It's called How Not to Fuck Up and Die When Casting Spells.
Really? That's
You
oddly
know what he
specific.
does with with this book?
He fucks up and almost dies.
No, he fucks up. So he opens up the book. He starts reading. There's a spell in there. He instantly casts the spell. And then he goes back to reading the book. And then the book, inside the book, the author is just like, yeah, you saw that spell circle? I bet you just casted that spell. You're a retard. Don't do that. Lucky for you, I've created that spell for the sole purpose of being impossible to fuck up by retards like you. And he's like, oh yeah, I'll show you, book. And he tries to fuck up the spell, and the spell turns into a giant glowing middle finger and disappears.
You know what? I appreciate the book at least.
And then the author's like,
Uh-huh.
the next paragraph is, yeah, and I bet you just tried to overload the spell, didn't you? Fucking retard. This is the reason why I wrote this book in the first place.
Amazing.
Okay, that's not
And-
bad.
And you know what he does? He stops reading the book.
Forever.
Yes. Until later on. Until the latest chapter. When it magically became important again and relevant to him doing
Fuck
complete,
off.
absolute fucking retarded bullshit. So, he starts reading the other book. The book he chose that gives him flight. Right? So he starts reading the flight book. He's like, cool, I want to fly. He looks through all the things. He's like, oh man, that's the coolest form of flight. And he tries to cast it, fucks it up instantly. Completely did not learn from the book that told him explicitly to stop casting spells the second you see them. Hurts himself.
I know you want to try magic. Do not.
So he hurts himself, and he's like, alright, fine, I can't do that one. And so he pages through, and he's like, oh, this is the lamest one of them all, but it's the only one I can do. Cast it, it works, sort of-ish. He's not using it right, because he's fucking retarded.
How
So,
can he even use it?
so what you're supposed to do, this gets revealed later on when he puts a bunch of, so it gets revealed later on once he gets introduced to the hero and villainy point system, stops some crimes, and gets some points put into int, he suddenly realizes, oh, I'm supposed to use 4 magic circles, 1 for each limb, to control my flight, not 1 magic circle.
Okay, I mean, not unreasonable, but, you know, Dr. Doom uses 1, and he just makes a platform. Because
Yes, well,
Doom does what he pleases.
yes, but that costs more magic than he has access to make a physical object out of wind.
He's doesn't he have access to all the manner of Gaia? What do you mean more magic than he has access?
Yes, but you
access
see,
to?
he's retarded.
Excessively so.
Yes. So
God.
this continues. And so before he gets this upgrade where he realizes he's retarded, sort of, he goes back into the nature park because he's like, oh, well, now I can fly. I can fly above the lead elementals who can't fly. And I can rain elemental destruction down upon them and easily clear the first level. I was like, holy
All right,
shit.
not the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
Bro's genius. So he goes back to the nature park, and he goes in to the nature park level, and he starts flying above the lead elemental area. And you know what he does next?
He gets in close.
No. He says, I wonder how fast I can go with this, and proceeds to zoom out of the level area. Now you might be asking, Sneaky, what do you mean he zoomed out of the level area? Well, you see, the nature park, unlike the library, which was separated into floors, the nature park represents a nature park. And what is a nature park? Well, it's a zoned area. It has zones instead of floors. And so the lead elemental zone circled around the flat fountain, that's one zone. Then you have the mercury zone, which is the trees next to the fountain. And so he, instead of, finishing the zone, he just decides, oh, I can come and finish this zone anytime I want. I'm just going to blammo at the fastest rate possible to see how big this area is, right? And so instead of finishing the zone, he blammos off, and only, small, slight little issue. He goes too fast to stop himself before he gets an alert that says you are leaving the lead elemental zone. You are close to leaving the lead elemental zone. You are leaving the elemental zone now. You are entering, warning, you are entering an over-leveled zone. Warning, you have entered the mercury zone. Warning, this is lethal. Turn back now. And he blasts right through all those alerts. And he's like, oh, what happened? I don't understand what's happening! And then he starts getting attacked by mercury elementals and gets absolutely fucking demolished again. He's like, oh, I don't understand! What's happening?
Why did you keep fucking reading?
I was kind of just curious where it was going.
It was a train wreck.
Nowhere. Good. Yeah, nowhere. Good.
So, then a bunch of stuff happens that doesn't fucking matter to this whole discussion. Basically canon ensues. So despite the flying elemental representation of Gaia Mage, the all of the events with the alien invasions happen exactly as per canon, with only minor deviations of mildly less damage occurring. The invincible time invasion occurs, or whatever it was.
I mean, you can't really stop those
Omni-Man
invasions.
occurs.
That's the thing.
Yeah, I know. The Omni-Man betrayal occurs. The Guardian Heroes occur. Invincible from the other dimension shows up. All those fun things, right? And then we get to the library level 2. And this is where I left my comment after. Because library level 2 is library level 1. But higher and harder and more dangerous. And he gives him the same objective as last time. Kill 3 books. Now you, having already done level 1, knowing that when you kill 3 books, you get to choose one of them. What do? Do you try and A, subdue the books again? Or B, complete the objective so you can choose one of the books? If you said main character chose A, you would be right. He proceeds to try and grab one of the elemental books again so he can take it with him. This was the elemental book of Shadow, which proceeded to cause the shadows inside of his arteries and veins to attack him.
Hey, whoa, that's crazy strong, brother.
And proceeds to get his arm shredded, and he nearly has a heart attack. And he only lets go of the book after he realizes his arms are being shredded by the Shadow Book of Shadow Powers that he grabbed. And he's like, oh, wow, that's dangerous. And it's like, no shit, that's why you kill it! Anyway, so fight ensues. He does dumb shit. Proceeds to get too close to a painting where he is attacked by the painting and shoved inside. And then inside the painted world, he has to fight a corrupted inkwell. The painter's inkwell, for some reason. Painters have inkwells, and this one's corrupted. And does he use the mop of infinite cleaning to clean up the ink? No.
Oh, that'd be really useful here.
He tries to fight it. And it doesn't work. And it beats the shit out of him. And then he's panicking once again. And just rips stuff out of his inventory at random to shove into the grasping hands of the inkwell to prevent himself from being crushed. And he just happens to take the mop out. And the mop starts cleaning up the inkwell and basically instantly kills it.
Shut up!
Yep.
I think this author should be really worried about his character when the mop is smarter than him.
Yeah. And so that was the end of the chapter. But so then the stupid part with the "Don't Blow Yourself Up" book happens, in where he's now trapped in the painted world, and he's like, oh, maybe the inkwell lets me out, and it's like, nope, doesn't let him out. And then he's like, okay, well,
Painted
maybe I
world of
should like
Armaeus?
feel around for the mana. And he feels around for the mana, and he finds a new form of mana, space mana. And he's like, oh, space mana, this feels unstable. Ah, I can use this to get out of the portrait. And then he's like, oh, I should read that book about how to use magic. So he starts reading the book on how to use magic again. Because, that should have been like the first thing you finished before you went out and did shit, but...
Yeah, he had like the ultimate primer.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what magic students would have done to get their hands on a book like that 300 years ago?
It gets better. Because the author of this book also just so happened to include a magic circle. A special spell circle that can be, like, clipped on to any spell you use. And what does this special spell circle do? Well, you see, this special spell circle lets you contain unstable spell circles by outputting all of the unstable mana released from the spell circle as light. With a 100% efficiency rate of containment. So you basically are guaranteed to never be harmed by a failing spell so long as you remember to clip this module onto the spell circle you're making. Which he does.
Oh,
eventually
God.
do with the space magic, which lets him get out.
So basically, none of these spells can fail now.
No, they
if
can
he's
still
smart
fail,
enough to
he'll
remember
just
to
never
clip
get
that
hurt from it.
module on. And yeah, it's not so much that they can't fail, it's they can fail, but all of the failure mana, instead of being a blowback explosion, just gets turned into harmless light. specifically harmless.
Damn, so you can't even do a flashbang, huh?
Well, I mean, you can still do a flashbang with it, but the light itself won't harm you. Like, you won't get fried or burned by it. It is
Yeah.
very bright, though, so yes, you will hurt your eyes if you look at it.
That sounds really useful for a stealth mission.
Yes. So anyway, he proceeds to try and recapture the Shadow Book the second he gets out of the painted world.
Like, physically grab it again?
No, this time he's like, oh, I shouldn't grab it this time. Still isn't
He's
trying to
learning.
destroy it. Still is not trying to destroy the book so he can get it. He's trying to capture it still. So anyway, that leads to the comment I left. Which, let me pull that up here. Unless I'm missing something, Emil, the main character, is pretty stupid in spite of his really high int score. Isn't the point of cleansing the library so it can be used? Because also the lore dump occurred when he went into the library at first, and part of the lore dump was explicitly saying, cleanse the library and it can be used once again in whole. And his whole point of going to the library was to get magic books. So you would think someone trying to get magic books at the magic book library, being told that if the library is cleansed, he can use the magic book library, would try and cleanse the fucking library.
Now.
But no, he's trying to jailbreak it. He keeps trying to jailbreak everything. And in the most retarded manner possible, and it always backfires on him. And he keeps fucking trying.
Here's the thing. I would think it's great if he was ever punished for it, but he won't be.
He's literally never punished, yeah. Because, well, he's the main character, so he can't be overly punished because then the story ends. Doesn't he get magic books rewarded per level he does cleanse? Why does he try and jailbreak the nature park? Why is he trying to jailbreak everything he touches? I don't know. It feels like this guy is Space Battles competent. He just goes and does dumb shit and then panics wildly at the obvious and inevitable blowback of all the dumb shit he does. So a bunch of people like that. And the author responds with
not being an idiot.
The author responds like, look, it's one thing to make your story where your character's stupid, but don't then make your story your character's stupid, but they have an int of 25 and they're a wizard and they're supposed to be smart magic caster, but then they're still fucking stupid. Like, make them prideful. I'm fine with that. Make them reckless. I'm fine with that. This is not those. He's just stupid. He doesn't learn from his mistakes. He doesn't acknowledge anything he learns when he, like, this is like peak midwit tier shit of when he does learn something, he doesn't apply it anywhere else except to the exact thing he learned it from. He doesn't go, oh, so if this means this, then I could do this over here. No. Those are two separate things in his mind. And they cannot be connected at all. Any lessons he learns from this thing cannot be applied to that thing.
Jesus.
It's just so... I love that comic. That's such a great comic. Thank you, Kel. I appreciate that. It's a good comic.
Been a minute since I heard that something just that relentlessly stupid.
Someone is. You make a good point. I also appreciate your constructive criticism. You're right. Emil is not as smart as he should be, and that's for a good reason. Intelligence through the game is measured by comprehension and understanding. That is what intelligence is. Period. that is what intelligence is. You are smart because you are able to take lessons from one thing and apply them elsewhere, and combine them with lessons you learned elsewhere to form meta lessons. And then you combine those meta lessons with other meta lessons, building a fucking meta lesson pyramid. That's what being smart is, author! A stupid person doesn't comprehend things. That's why they are stupid. I'm just so fucking done with people.
You know,
Well,
I wonder if
it's
this
hard
author
for an
is one of
author
those
who's...
people that disavows the idea of IQ.
Who knows, maybe.
You know, it's hard for a smart character to be written by someone who obviously is a midwit.
My issue here is that you can clearly tell by that statement is they are in the camp of smart people are magical construct. Of that 4chan Reddit post of a Sherlock Holmes episode written by midwits, where like you know the 4chan post I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
It sounds familiar, yes.
Where Sherlock Holmes is disguised as someone else, who's disguised as Sherlock Holmes, who is disguised as somewhere else, and he actually kills the real bad guy by using their allergy to peanuts, by paying a gay prostitute to have sex with that guy because he knows he's gay, and make them eat peanuts beforehand so their sperm transmit the peanut juice into the man when they have sex.
Right, that one.
Yes, that one. Yeah. That one. That's what this is. Smart people are like this magical construct where they just magically make things work. Like it's not a fucking pyramid that you build upon.
May I ask, for the sake of bingo, can we just from this QQ fic get arbitrarily good luck?
Oh sure, I'll give that. I'll give arbitrarily good luck and author knows nothing.
I think the best smart character written by someone that wasn't smart enough for it is Sherlock's brother.
Mycroft, yeah.
Mycroft was so smart. The way like they don't Mr. Doyle didn't, try to explain how Mycroft came to things he came to. Even Sherlock was like, I don't know how he does it. You give him 3 sentences and he just solves it. The reason he doesn't do anything with it is because he's lazy as fuck.
Which historically, smart people actually are very lazy. Like,
yeah.
like Einstein was working in the patent office in Germany before he came to America. And not working in the patent office leading it. No, he was a desk clerk who was sorting them by dates and shit.
Because that was interesting work to him. It didn't have to work too hard. It was something he liked.
It paid enough. It didn't take a lot of effort, and he got to see cool ideas.
Yeah. For him, that was his nerd heaven.
Yeah, and like I knew a guy in high school with 154 IQ, and you know what he wanted to do with his life? He wanted to fix cars and punch people.
Hey, man.
He was really good at both.
Of course he was. Yeah, no, I knew someone who was like that epitome of a lazy genius because we were just randomly talking about schoolwork for the year. It's like, yeah, I already did all the math. I'm like, what do you mean you did the math? It's like, yeah, I just have to pass this test, these 2 tests, this exam, but going by class.
Yeah.
And as long as I do that, I'll end up with an 80. It's like, so you're not doing any homework for the year. Fuck no, dude. Do you know how much these teachers are putting weight on tests and exams and quizzes?
Yeah, yeah. See, I didn't have the option of not doing that shit because my parents were fucking breathing down my neck. I would have done that shit
Well,
too.
also, Sneaky, let's be real. You couldn't show the math.
Yeah, but I would get the right answer.
That's not what I'm talking about, brother. I'm saying if my kid was a genius and he walked up to me and said, "Here's the math for how I pass class without ever doing any homework."
Oh, yeah, sure, no. But, like, here's the thing, right? I slept through biology. I literally went into biology and slept. And I calculated out, because my biology teacher offered weekly extra credit, where we had to do a report on a science paper at the or science news every week. And you could do like a one you could read a newspaper article for points for the fulfillment, or you could read you could read an abstract of a science submission for 5 points, or you could read the full submission for 10 points, right? And you have to accurately summarize it. And I was like, wait, let me go. This many weeks, 10 points overall, and it's added on as an extra credit, which is added like this, and it's weighted like that. I was like, oh, I just have to do the extra credit every week, and as long as I get above like a 50 on all my tests, I basically don't have to do anything in class or homework. So I didn't. I just slept through the class, and the teacher's like, yeah, you have 105. Because I also aced all of the tests without studying, just to be clear. So I had like a 107 at the end of the day in the class. And the teacher was like, you know what? Hey, you got a 107 in the class. I'm not going to complain about you sleeping because you're clearly doing the work. Yeah. So, yeah. But I didn't bother doing that sort of stuff in any of the other classes. I did sleep through math, though, and would answer the question correctly whenever the teacher called on me because...
Is this the same teacher that hated you for sleeping in class and kept calling on you?
Yeah. I also slept through English, but... that was because they treated me like a retard, so I was just like, alright, fuck you.
You know, it's a real shame, Sneaky. If you'd been living a 90s sitcom, you and that math teacher
Yeah.
would have had that discussion of like, all right, I couldn't trip you up. Tell me what college you want. I'll give you a recommendation.
No, so that was my physics teacher when she called on me to do a proton calculation of some sort of 10th negative nth power or whatever calculation thing, or electrons or something like that. And I was literally sleeping in the front desk, and she calls me, and I was like, huh? What? Oh, it's this number. Rattle off the number, the exponents, and she's just like, I haven't even finished putting it into my calculator yet. What the fuck? You can go back to sleep. And she didn't call on me for the rest of the semester. Because she was just like, alright, well, I don't know what's going on, but you're not failing, so go ahead, I guess. No, my math teacher fucking hated me. She brought a spray bottle in at one point, and would keep spraying me with the spray bottle. After like the first 2 times, I just started sleeping through it. And so I would like wake up at the end of math, and the whole fucking my whole head would be coated in water. I was like, huh? And they're like, yeah, the teacher is really mad at you. She kept spraying you with the bottle.
That sounds like a way to give you, like, hypothermia.
Yeah. Different times. But anyway. Point being, smart people are pretty lazy because...
nothing's interesting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So this fucking guy. Comprehension and the understanding of concepts This is an extremely useful thing for casting spells. But actually applying these abilities is under the category of wisdom.
No!
No, comprehend. If you really want to say that, comprehension is wisdom then.
Mm.
Understanding physics is intelligence, applying physics is wisdom. And you can understand physics. You can understand the math of physics. You can physically be good at adding 5 to the root power of 3 to the exponential of 10, right? You can be physically good at that math and not comprehend why you're doing that math or what it does or how to apply it. That's comprehension. Comprehension, if you really want to argue that, author, is wisdom. You're right. But you put comprehension inside of intelligence. So here we are. Wisdom is properly applying the ideas outside of a white room scenario. I mean, at least you're right about that, but still at the same time, wisdom isn't really separate from intelligence. It is to a certain extent. Obviously, you can have stupid people who are wise because they learned from a certain level of their mistakes and are capable, even if they drew the wrong conclusions or did the wrong math to get to the right conclusion, they can still be like, sticking your hand in fire bad, fire hurt. You know, they can still be wise to a certain extent. Going up a mountain long time hurt long time. Yes, they can still be wise to a certain extent, so it's not inherently tied to intelligence, but it does correlate heavily. If you're not smart enough to understand something, then you're not smart enough to comprehend how to use it. Now, admittedly, also on the flip side, there is plenty of smart people out there who are fucking wisdom dumps. They are negative wisdom. They have anti-thoughts despite how smart they are. Or appear to be. Because, in reality, they're actually stupid. And in reality, instead of specking in how to break rocks into smaller rocks, they spec'd in how to do these numbers. And they don't know what the numbers do. They just know if you do the numbers, everyone considers you smart. So they did the numbers, and everyone thought they were smart. And it turns out they were
They
fucking
asked if I had a
stupid.
degree in physics. I told them I had a theoretical degree in physics.
They said you're hired. I know, the full joke is they asked if I had a degree in theoretical physics. I told them I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said you're hired.
Yes. Truly one of the best lines in all of New Vegas.
It was a pretty good line. I also appreciate that if you approach him with 1 int, you get special lines that actually make him feel more threatened than if you approach him with intelligent lines. Because
Are they just like, I'm going to rip your throat out?
No, your 1 int lines are, me are good at press button 2, and his reaction's like, oh shit, they're gonna replace me. Oh fuck, you're really good at this. Oh fuck. It was literally retard to retard communication. But, yeah, well, so let's keep going. As for cleansing the library, that's hard to parse. See, he's not going to do that anytime soon. Yes, but he is rewarded per level of him doing it. The library is dangerous and has gotten more dangerous the higher he ascends. He's noted that with planetary heartbeat, he can sense the corruption. More specifically, how far away it is. This place is huge. At the same time, he needs power fast. Omni-Man is a major threat, and he's getting desperate because he's scared and stressed. He's scared and stressed because he's fucking retarded. Omni-Man isn't going to show up and blow his head off. Because he hasn't told Omni-Man who he is. Until he told Omni-Man who he was. So he literally made his own grave. Because he's retarded. Despite me saying all this, you make excellent points. Emil, despite all of the trials up to this point and all the lucky breaks and all the close calls, is still having a hard time playing it safe when he needs to at the end of everything to survive to get stronger. It's a dumb move, and in new chapters, I'm going to try and address it. He's really trying hard to please his waifu. Yes, that's right. He waifuized Gaia, and Gaia is appreciative of it. Because of course she is. Also, Gaia is fauna, in case anyone was wondering.
Damn.
I wasn't, but now I know, I guess.
At the same time, she's not a fan of him putting himself into danger constantly. It's a tough situation with no good answers. I mean, the good answer is reading the fucking books! And Emil's near suicidal attempts to both please and protect Gaia from forces that are currently beyond his control is a driving point of his motivations. Thank you for your comments. I love talking to readers.
Gaia isn't real.
Gaia isn't real. She's real to me.
I just like that. There's no simple answer. Meanwhile, this man is holding 2 magic books
Literally.
and a book on primer for magic.
Yeah.
Your local library has magic
Oh.
books you can just beat up and take. What do you
Oh,
mean there's
blah.
no simple answer?
So this guy is trying to run multiple stories with this idea of Emil with Nerfed Gamer in X World. So we have Bardic Inspiration, Emil in Worm with Nerfed Gamer. We have Being a Magical Girl Isn't a Game. Magical Girl gushing over magical girls with Nerfed Gamer.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying really hard to push this Nerfed Gamer idea of his.
I wonder how many of these has Fauna as Gaia appearing. I wonder who
Probably
his
none of
Oshi is.
them. Considering Bardic Inspiration, he's probably going Bard class instead of Wizard class.
Don't you know, with songs, he can seduce death.
He's
For
gonna
some
fuck
reason,
death
Mori.
or something. I don't know.
He's, for some reason, Mori Calliope.
You know what? Actually, I do remember a fanfic. Not his. I can't say if it was his or not, but I do remember a fanfic recently where death was Mori.
There was the worm one. What was it called? Collab?
God damn it, Trump.
What do?
What happened?
He invited Mom Donnie to the White House. Mom Donnie showed up.
The talks went well, apparently.
The reporter asked Mom Donnie if he still stands by his comment that Trump is a fascist. But before Mom Donnie could answer, Trump said, "That's okay. You can just say yes. It's easier than trying to explain it." Oh. 3 more years, gentlemen. 3 more years. All right. Now let's get to fanfiction. Now that I'm done ranting about one author's really, really stupid handling of his fanfic story. And see, this is why I don't read stories and then rant about them, because I didn't even really have a fucking work story this time around. I have literally been ranting about the same story for the past fucking hour, and that's only because this story is only 20k words long. So I don't even have that much to rant about.
Well, what does the wheel say we're looking at today?
So we lost the wheel. So the wheel's
Oh.
going away.
What? How did you lose
What?
the wheel?
No!
How
The
have you
wheel!
managed this, Sneaky?
So we lost the wheel because for some reason, Google decided that actually it's in my best interest for it to forcefully link my Google account with my real name to Chrome again, even though I have repeatedly removed it. And
That's
Mm.
not
so
creepy.
when I
Mm.
removed it again, it deleted all my previous tabs because it had synced all of my tabs to the Google account and didn't leave them locally anymore, air quotes. So I lost everything.
What the fuck?
Including the link for me to
really-
access the Bad Fiction Bingo editing sheet. So I can't edit that
That is-
anymore either.
That is so fucking creepy.
Yeah,
You,
so
you
that's
yanked all the info out,
yeah.
and they still kept bringing it back.
Yeah. Well, it's because I would sign into websites with my Google account. And it was like, oh, you signed into a website with your Google account? Let me helpfully assign that as your Chrome profile. It's like, no, Chrome, I did not sign in with my Google account to Chrome because I don't want it that way. Don't help me. Stop helping me.
I mean,
It's as bad as
Why-
the government showing up saying they're here to help.
yeah, why is it not just like... Why are you not using, like, Brave or something so you don't have to deal with that?
Oh, it's so I can isolate what gets shown to the stream.
Mm.
I see. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, Sneaky's the one who's paranoid about security.
Chrome is only used for the stream. That's Chrome's
And
only purpose on my computer.
Revealing your personal information, apparently.
And that too, apparently. Yeah, that too. Because Chrome just cannot fucking take no for an answer, apparently. I want to go back to the 1990s era where I had 300 fucking accounts almost. I almost want to go back to that era because I am so sick and tired of companies assuming for me what the help they want to give me is. It's like, no, if I wanted your help, I would fucking do it myself. I'm just getting really tired. You know, part of this is informed by my IT job, in where I have to deal with Microsoft helping users in Windows 11.
Yep. The large part of the reason I don't want to go back into IT, aside from how I was abruptly ripped out of that world, is I'm getting tired of their stupidity in making new updates outstripping my patience.
Just holy shit! Like I don't know if you guys have kept up with the Windows 11 update scandals recently, but it's just one thing after another. Oh, this Windows 11 update breaks hard drives. This Windows 11 update breaks BitLocker. This Windows 11 update breaks CPUs. This Windows 11 update breaks all your printers. This Windows 11 update bricks your printers. This Windows 11 update bricks your VPN.
This Windows 11 update drives directly to your mother's house and shoots her. We're not even sure how it does that.
Like, the thing is, like, I'm not even exaggerating. All of those are real updates that have occurred in the past 2 months.
Mm.
I think my favorite part about the SSD one is them insisting, no, it's not our stuff doing it, and yet the only time people were able to consistently replicate it was updating Windows 11 to the current update at the time, and suddenly the SSD shat a few bricks.
Yeah.
And you were
This is-
lucky if you could recover it.
This is why you IT people eventually get to the shotgun low tech stage. Eventually, bro, we're all pretty much already there from the start. Like, you have like 3 kinds of IT people.
Eventually get to shotgun. My good sir, anyone who's sane gets there in the first 2 months of taking the job.
Yeah.
And you have 3 kinds of IT people. The first kind of IT people is the kind of person that's running a Linux server, ESXi'd into also hosting a Windows VM and a NAS. And they have like a Raspberry Pi controlling their network interface. That's the first kind of IT person. The second kind of IT person is the shotgun and low tech, but they're also disproportionately extremely knowing and knowledgeable and wise when it comes to IT problems. And the third kind of IT person is the IT retard or the slop-tard or the AI
Or the smart tech
GPT.
bros.
Yeah, the smart tech bros. The absolute brain dead, I'm going to jab a neural chip into my brain. We haven't even perfected firmware on a fucking silicon disk, and there's people out there that are like, yes, please, inject this piece of metal into my brain.
Oh yeah,
Right
no, those
on
people are
that
crazy.
stem. Yeah, honestly, there are the ones who are like, I've converted my entire home to a smart home. It's like, you will probably be the first to fall in the AI uprising. I'm sorry.
But
Oh.
yeah. Anyway, I'm just tired.
It's there's that like weird middle ground though between like the Linux server and the smart tech bros,
Yeah.
where they've just got a full fucking server system in their house, and the smartest thing in the house is their TV, and that's it.
Yeah. But anyway, so Naruto. So
Oh.
first we got the Sleeping Tales Inn. Naruto, separated from Jiraiya, stumbles upon an inn in a forest of leaves, as opposed to a forest
As
of
opposed to the forest of
fire,
feces.
dicks. Indeed, that's
It's a
definitely
forest
one.
of bones, which canonically is in Naruto.
Where a cold innkeeper is as welcome as she is foreboding. Naruto times his grandmother.
Mito? What?
Hold
No,
up.
wait, Mito's not even his grandmother.
You sure?
Yeah,
Yes.
no,
She
she's not.
is.
She
She's
married.
Uzumaki.
No, she's related, like, from that generation, but she mentored Kushina. She wasn't her grandmother. Basically,
Oh, okay.
adoptive grandmother, similar to Tsunade is to Naruto. That's what
Fair
Mito was to
enough.
Kushina.
Still weird.
It is.
Yes.
Mature themes. I'm
Mm.
sure there are. I'm sure there
I'm sure the
are.
themes are mature and you're not, but continue.
Let's see. What else have they written? Okay, they've written 96 stories and they have no author's profile. They've been writing stories since 2018. Their largest story is a Bleach story sitting at 120k words called Royal Linen. Ichigo is made the new Soul King. This comes with privileges and responsibilities. Rated M for lots of sex. Massive harem.
Responsibilities is being in a crystal with no limbs. There's no responsibility. Fuck's sake.
Yeah. Changing of the guard. Ichigo is now one of the guards of the Soul King. He will have to adapt, but so will Ryoku for their new king. Ichigo times harem. That one is
Yeah,
40k
Ichigo would
words.
rebel. Ichigo
So,
would rebel as soon as he saw what
pretty
happened to the Soul
much
King.
what I'm seeing here is this guy is a endless font of horny slop content. Probably, let's see, written, first published June 11th. 4 chapters, no further updates. Okay, published May 12th, updated November 10th, 6 chapters. Okay, yeah, so what I'm really seeing here is that pretty much this author is updating and writing stories on whatever got his dick hard on when he was slapping it. And so then he writes porn for that after he's done slapping it.
Not a surprise.
And that's pretty much all of his stories. Warning, incest. Oh, this one, Naruto Next Generation. Wait, Boruto's its own section now? Nice.
Yeah, I think it does.
It probably has been for a minute.
Warning.
Not for a while.
Boruto fucks his mom, and you'll never guess what happens next. That's right, Naruto fucks his daughter, Himari.
Oh god, his daughter's only 10.
This is a sin.
Rated MA. That is not a rating on the website.
No. No, it's not. Don't gang up on me. Lucy gets ganged up on one night. Lucy gets spit roasted between Natsu and Gray.
Well, Urza does lesbian stuff.
Probably with a giant requipped dildo or something.
Should probably
I
just use
hate
a sword.
that there's a fairy tale character with my name.
Yeah. Spelled
Yeah,
with
sorry
an
about
A,
that, buddy,
too.
but
It's not even
Pain
one of the good
needs the Akutsuki to cooperate, so Conan goes and fucks them all. Motherly touch. Kushina catches Naruto and Sakura acting indecent, so Kushina fucks Naruto to teach him his place. So, I reaffirm my stance that people who write this sort of content, you need to be concerned by. Because it's not like he wrote one story with this. He's written a lot of stories with incest and pedophilia in them as themes. And that's Akumaru times Hannah. Okay, so we're also adding bestiality to this. So there's a lot of rape going on in these stories.
Wait, I remember reading this fucking Naruto Kushina one when I was fucking a horny teen on fanfiction. This isn't his story, it's an old one that got taken down.
Amazing.
Copywriter, he is literally copying, posting other people's stories.
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, okay, so that makes a lot more sense about why this guy's posting a whole bunch of horny shit on Maine. But still, that's almost worse. Because the only way he would be able to repost these stories that get taken down
is if he downloaded
is if he's
them.
saving them all.
Yeah.
Which means he's going out and finding these gay rape stories and parent incest pedophilia stories. And he's like, oh man, this made my meat hard. I'm saving this on my hard drive. Like, if your reaction is to Naruto fucking his own kid is, oh man, that's hot.
I need to save it.
I better save it.
Mm.
I
Yeah,
think
'cause
I think you need to be instituted. I think you qualify for Asmongold's 5%er.
Yeah. Because I was going to say, the Naruto Kushina one, the Motherly Touch one, I remember reading like 2013 or 14. When I was like 15, 16.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah.
So,
Yeah, so, yeah, like I'm saying here, like, this is...
what the fuck is this? Thank you, Uncle Donzo.
We need
After
to move on.
another one of Naruto's pranks, Danzo chases down the blonde. With a smile, Naruto pierces through the grey clouds which has covered Danzo's life, bringing new life to it and the ninja world.
Ugh.
New story unfolds, updated every Friday. Do not own Naruto by Kurama 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
He
What
copied that part. That's fucking hilarious.
the
I love this
fuck?
guest reviewer for the family parent incest story. This story is gay and wrong.
Whoa.
Technically, they're only right on one of those.
Yeah.
Unless it's Naruto with Boruto to get together.
No, it's just Naruto times Himawari.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, this is just... Man, I wish I could block authors.
Like on QQ.
Yeah, like if I block, like I can obviously I can block them and I can't see their PMs anymore, but I wish I could block authors so I never see a story they post again.
Naruto, I have 10 skill bars. Average for 12 years, Gecko Shigori awakens a skill bar that auto-trains any jutsu, turning him into Konoha's most unpredictable genius. Patreon Lord Merlin for supporting me and reading advanced chaps. 208 chapters, 250k words, 91 reviews, 269 faves, 300 follows. Published July 6th. And it's probably AI because literally the opening has like fucking 5 dashes.
I had to post that because of D&D.
People demonstrate how druids disarm traps.
It's so true, though. It's so true.
Oh, that's great.
I swear,
know what?
the dullest... I got the dullest look ever when I asked my DM if I could make my dog run through all the traps he filled this hallway with. And he was just like, yeah, you can. And then they were all like one-time traps too, like, pit covering, pit opens, spike traps, I mean, you could say maybe the arrow traps have more arrows in them. But I mean, generally, if you know where the arrow is going to hit, then you can kind of easily dodge it, And so the dog sets off all the traps. I'm like, okay, well, I'll just go through the traps then, now that I know where they are. And the DM's like, no, you have to roll for every trap now because they all magically reset. And it's like, oh, okay, buddy. You're just angry you couldn't hit me with all the traps. Because I made a character that specifically was good at getting rid of traps. So the DM got
Yeah.
angry because he really liked making dungeons full of traps. So he tried to punish me.
What fun.
Yeah, I really love it when I have to fight the DM to play the game.
Yeah. By the way, I appreciate that the little doggo was like, I completely trust you. Throughout that entire clip.
I think the
So,
Chihuahua was
there
just
was-
getting closer. I don't think that was a trust you moment.
Mm.
Oh no, there was no reaction, nothing, and then big
Well, yeah,
dog
because
just
it got bit.
then pick
It
him
got
up
bit
at
on the
the end
back.
and keep on going.
Yeah, the fucking Chihuahua was clueless and scared. What the fuck is that? Naruto? I have 10 skill bars. Oh yeah, yeah.
Yep. It ends with
Patreon
the
Lord Merlin.
yeah. Is that Padaron for bingo?
Padaron!
Also,
Alright,
guess what?
Lord
Guess what its
Merlin.
final sentence is? Advanced butt wiping skill detected. It does gamer system. Yep. With everything as a fucking skill.
Words were said
Lovely.
that I never wish to hear again.
I want you
Yeah.
to never speak again.
Padaron system.
Ha 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 ha.
Oh, did we have a
Oh,
chat
funny.
GPT earlier?
I mean,
not
I
yet.
did say. Yeah, I did say that the 10 skills one had like 5 fucking M dashes in it. So at the start, and there's all throughout
Not
the chapter.
Yeah,
necessarily
but
AI,
unless
though.
I read it,
Mm.
I won't say it's AI.
Fair enough.
Wow. Wow. Membership options. Okay, wait, minimum is $10?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Are you fucking me? This guy
You
is
can
earning
just-
20. So wait, no, this guy is earning $2,000 a month? The most popular is the $30 a month option? No.
Okay then.
No. The $10 a month option is early access to 20 chapters ahead. This guy's using ChatGPT 130%.
Absolutely.
So do we get that as the bingo then?
Thank you for. He even ChatGPT'd his fucking descriptions.
Oh my god.
I'm seeing M dashes in the goddamn Patreon membership descriptions.
Well, you've read it, so that's ChatGPT for us then.
Yeah, go ahead and mark it off. Fucking Christ.
Oh, do we also get
Ugh.
harem because of the summaries that you read?
Yeah, go
No.
ahead.
Ugh, stop just giving him things, Sneaky.
I wanna make sure we didn't get a trigger at any point, did we?
No
No.
trigger
we didn't
warnings
get trigger
yet.
warning.
No cross
there be no
posts, no
trigger
weeb
warning?
honorifics, no just canon, no random
Someone
omnipotent
get-
beings.
No.
Someone get
Sneaky,
signed in here. We need to sign
text.
out.
Yeah,
So-
we need an L. We need that second free space.
Well, then go summon sign. Thank you. You get a thank you for $10 a month. You get a thank you from him. Note: this is a creative donation, not a purchase. You read 20 chapters ahead on the heavenly skill bars, a heavenly reward diligence, the Fox story, and strongest trainer. Yeah. So you get for $10 a month, you get theoretically up to 20 chapters ahead on 4 different stories. There was no shot he is not using AI for this. Apprentice Archmage, which is $20 a month, you are a super supporter, which means you get a super thanks. And you get to read 40 chapters ahead on all 4 stories. Or Merlin's Chosen, which is also, by the way, AI generated.
You know, all this AI stuff, it's funny. All this AI stuff happened just today because there was an individual emailed my boss today. That individual is in the accounting department. There's a vendor who has not been happy with us lately, right? And that vendor put us on cash in advance because they haven't been happy with us and they don't think we're adhering to the terms. Bunch of stuff, right? Sure, fine, whatever. And today we get the most chat GPT ass email where they're like, "Dear Frank,
Yeah.
could you please consider finding an alternate supplier instead of liquid metals, which is not even remotely what they do or what they provide, so no one will get
Right.
anything out of this. What exactly do we buy from them? Can we find it from an alternate source? This would also allow us to compare pricing and possibly increase our margin. It makes it very hard for us because they insist on being paid in advance. This is really hard for us and causes us to do additional processing and it's just like, I'm butchering it and skipping all, but it's just the most chat GPT ass email. And like, my boss is just like, he just fires back. He's like, just send me a real email next time. Don't waste my time. Like, this is a paid professional. Just fuck is wrong with people.
So I have to agree with Asmongold on this one again. There's a lot of people out there that need to just break rocks. That is actually the peak of their life, is breaking rocks. They don't understand sales. They got the sales job because they knew someone.
This is accounting, baby.
It doesn't matter. Same thing.
Same principle.
They got the job because they knew someone, because someone was in the company already, and they recommended them because they went to Harvard or something on the retard scholarship and got the accounting degree because Harvard literally is trying to give that degree to as many people as possible, regardless of how good they are, because that means more money for them. All these factors now. So there is hundreds of thousands, there is millions of people in the workforce with degrees that mean nothing because they're the reason why those degrees mean nothing anymore. And it's just like, if you were good at accounting, you wouldn't have to be paying in advance. Because no offense, then, but I'm pretty sure that you guys wouldn't be put on paid in advance if you were actually paying your bills on time.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. It was a significant problem. For the first time, I encountered an intelligent bean cruncher, Sneaky, because
Impossible.
No, really. The PE firm that purchased my company kept putting excessive demands on us.
Right.
And they weren't reinvesting any funds into the company.
Right.
To the point where we started falling behind, and we were getting into the point where we were having to not pay some of our bills, right?
Right.
The lease on our stuff comes up, and the bank that was doing it was like, no, we're not taking this on. So we got a different lender. And this lender came in, looked at everything the PE firm was doing, and said, are you fucking stupid? Put some of their profits back into them so they can fix this shit. And made them do it. So I was like, I found one intelligent bean counter. One.
Oh no, that means he's not a bean counter.
Yeah,
He just does accounting.
he reluctantly does accounting. But yeah, no, it's just yeah, it's a real accountant. Wow, a real human being.
Please don't ever leave.
Right. But
I was saying, but
yeah.
yeah, I was just like, what in the hell?
Yeah, no, it's just I mean, look, I know a lot of people don't recognize that they make this choice, but I know a lot of people make subconscious calculations to not rock the boat because that would jeopardize their job, and if they jeopardize their job, they jeopardize the ability to pay for their family's stuff. And they don't want to do that, so they just sit there and let things happen, because if they just let things happen, then hopefully someone else will either fix it, or by the time everything collapses around them, they'll maybe have another job they can jump to. I get it, right? However, at the same time, I also think you deserve to drown when the boat sinks. That's kind of my philosophy. If you don't want to fix the issue, then you are the issue. But I get it. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, re. No. But I do think if you don't fix the issue, you are the issue. But anyway, fanfiction time. Hidden leaf and hidden talents. Damn straight they're hidden. So hidden, they never show up. Self-insert reborn in Konoha. Of course. Why not? My grand survival strategy. Don't be important.
I mean, nah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah. And avoid anything
then he
that would
fucks
get
his
me
paint off.
fast. Avoid anything that would get me fast-tracked to the front lines. Turns out, I'm about as inconspicuous as a drunk peacock at a funeral. I have Minato as my bestie, and Kushina making eyes at me, and the Akamichi clan paying top Rio for my food. Yeah, you're a retard.
That's not going to get him sent to the front line. The Akamichi would be like, no. He works for us.
No, but see, the problem is that he is now going to be a assassination target or kidnapping target. Because if he has a food clan paying top money for his recipes, that means he's either a genius chef or he stole some secrets from somewhere. And either way, people are going to be like, oh, wow, so kidnapping him and shaking him upside down until the money comes out is a profitable strategy then. Because he is a ninja of no note and no power and can't defend himself. So yeah, it's almost worse actually if you put the spotlight on yourself while not being strong enough to withstand the spotlight. But also at the same time, trying to become strong enough to withstand the spotlight causes the spotlight to come on you. But at the same time, you kind of really should have known.
Why the fuck didn't you just move out to somewhere like Tea Country?
Right.
Like, we're told about all these other smaller nations that actually have nothing going on aside from they got a specialized export for trade. And so they're kind of protected.
Yeah.
Just go to buttfuck nowhere.
Yeah, also, how did you accidentally get Kushina into you? Like,
also, how did you accidentally become besties with Minato?
Yeah, right, like two people with very distinct visuals to them that are not common in the slightest in the country you're in.
Like, if I'm in the Leaf Village, right, and
I can
My goal is to
understand
be
Kushina
low-key.
because you make
First of
one
all, I'm
comment
not
about
gonna
how
sign up
her
to
hair's
be a ninja.
beautiful, she falls for you. So
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but right. First of all, I'm not
It's
gonna be a
easy.
ninja. I'm not gonna sign up to be a ninja.
I mean,
If for
red hair,
some reason
man.
I have to
Mm.
become a ninja, fine, whatever. But the second anyone tries to be like Minato comes up and is like, "Hi, my name's Minato," fuck off and die. Eat shit.
Well, no, it's even
Yeah,
worse
that's
because in Japanese culture they
that's gonna
tell you their whole name so you can call them by their last name because
True.
that's respectful.
Yeah.
Also,
See-
I'm sure that's going to go over well with the village, how you're treating their war hero. They're gonna love that.
No, I'm
Well,
saying
this
this
is
is
probably
assuming
this
that you're a
is pre.
child at the
This
same
is when
time
they're
as
kids.
Minato.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is when they're kids.
The kids.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, if I'm in ninja school, I'm just gonna be. Oh, hi! I want to be your friend. Eat shit and die. I hate you. I'll kill you. I'll kill your family.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
I
honest,
mean, it's just like
Minato was dense enough as a kid. He'd laugh that off. He'd think that's fucking
I
hilarious.
would like to
Hold him
see
down.
a
I am
fanfic,
going
right?
to kill you.
I would like to see a fanfic in where the guy is like, okay, so all I have to do to survive this is not meet any of the main characters. And all I have to do to make sure I don't meet any of the main characters is I have to look for really weird people who stand out among the crowd and not be their friends. And then, like, whatever world they're in, like, they don't really know it. Like, maybe they've seen porn of it or something. Or, like, so they're not big fans of the world, so they don't know all the characters off the top of their head, right? Like the Overwatch meme of we can name every female character but doesn't know any of the male characters. You know?
Yep.
Except for Zaya, 'cause they've
or,
never-
Zaya.
Or Zaya, yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
Because-
I don't know. I never tried to do them.
Yeah. But like a person who knows it, who knows what it is, right? Like they know Naruto, they know Harry Potter, they know DxD or whatever, right? But they're not actually super familiar with a majority of the characters.
They
Yeah.
know the name.
And yeah, like they know the names of like the main cast or something, and they're like, okay, I just have to avoid them. But then everyone's kind of looking weird because it's an anime world, and that girl's got green hair, but they don't look like a main cast member besides the green hair. Maybe they are though. But do I stay away from that? Like everyone's got fucking colored hair. Everyone looks weird. That guy's European. So you're kind of like confused about like who exactly is main cast and who isn't. So you're kind of just you're kind of just friendly with everyone because you don't want to piss the main cast off as well. But then you also don't ask anyone's names, right? The guy doesn't ask anyone's names because he's just a dude bro. And then finally, someone's like, "Oh, you should come over to my house," and he's like, "Oh yeah, where is that?" "Oh, it's the Gremory Mansion." And he's like, "What's your name?" "Kiba Yuno." Fuck! Months into the friendship. A year into the friendship.
Yeah.
Undone by my own intelligence.
I can just imagine now. Someone gets sent into there. Can't tell who's the main character. I just have to go be a hermit in the woods. Unintentionally makes himself hyper interesting.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it goes be a hermit in the woods, spends his time thinking about shit for so long, he just gets really good at magic and nature. Because all he can do really is cut wood, dress food, think. And so he becomes literally the hermit, the knowledgeable hermit, accidentally becomes an important character. Yeah. No, I like to see those kinds of stories,
Those are interesting every so often.
Yeah, unfortunately, it requires the author to be marginally intelligent to pull off, and
Yeah. That's
Wow.
not a thing.
we all know how that goes. I woke to sunlight stabbing through the gaps in my curtain like a poorly aimed kunai. Perfect aim, actually. M-ChatGPT alert. Why is Why is everyone using ChatGPT? Is it just because of the name branding?
It's free.
Probably.
Well, so is Gemini. So is Copilot. So
Well,
is
Okay, but like
DeepSeek.
Gemini. Oh, I don't know about Gemini, but I know for a fact Copilot just runs off ChatGPT. So there's no difference between using
Oh, true,
Copilot
true.
and ChatGPT. I don't know about Gemini, but yeah, like it when one free thing is as good as another free thing, then I'll just use the one with the biggest name.
Yeah, yeah. Actually,
Or the one that I've known
Gemini
the
3 has actually been pretty crazy recently. But
Oh,
yeah, it was. So we have a coworker. We'll call him Jack, and Jack is a huge AI fanboy, and he constantly talks about how he uses AI to efficientize his workflow. Jack is also a tier 2. Yeah.
Normally, I'd say like I could probably trust a tier 2 to be using it as a tool and not a replacement, but something tells me
Jack
that's not what's happening
has
here.
Jack has repeatedly slammed his dick in the car door by following the instructions of ChatGPT and Gemini precisely without thought. So
Why
we
do you
started
even have your
calling.
job, man?
I don't know. I don't know why I'm not paid more because apparently I'm the only fucking smart person in my entire goddamn team.
well, you see, unfortunately for you, Sneaky, everyone's been stupid for so long they don't recognize that you actually know what you're doing, and they think you're just getting lucky.
You know what? Probably.
Well,
But
I mean,
anyway,
you also told them you don't want the promotion, and they're sure as hell not going to pay a tier 1 the same as a tier 2.
no, they
Yeah.
should.
That's true. No, they shouldn't.
I'm doing the job of 2 tier 1s, so I should get the pay of 2 tier 1s.
Sure, but that's not the same as being paid as a tier 2. Let me be clear. That might be on paper the same as being paid as a tier 2 tier 2.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, so it actually reminded me of today. So we had 6 emergencies when the day started. 6 emergency tasks, right? Fun thing about emergency tasks is that
They're
they
an
need to be
emergency?
handled. Yeah, well, yeah. Obviously, they're an emergency, which means they need to be handled first. And you know that coworker that always leaves an hour before everyone else I'm always complaining about?
Yeah,
Well, the
yeah.
reason why he leaves an
Mhm.
hour before everyone else is because he shows up an hour before everyone else.
Okay, that's fair.
And
Hmm.
you know what he doesn't do when he shows up an hour before anyone else?
Emergency
Work.
tasks?
Work.
Any work. He starts working on tasks the same time we do, but shows up an hour early anyway. And yes, we've complained about it multiple times to the manager, and he still has not done anything about it. But anyway, yeah. So this morning started off with 6 emergencies that have been sitting in the queue
For an hour.
for an hour.
See, that's the thing. I get in at like 6:30 before anybody else in my department, even before my boss gets in. And I'm answering emails or doing expedites or whatever,
Yeah,
right? I'm doing something.
yeah.
And you know what? It works. I leave before everybody else too. It's great. And it keeps coverage in the department.
Yeah.
All you have to do, people, is not be a fucking idiot.
Yeah, well, task impossible challenge.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah. So I grabbed 3 of the emergencies, right? Because I'm a good noodle like that, and I complete all 3 of the emergencies about over the course of 30 minutes, right? So then I go and check on the queue again. And you know what's still there in the queue?
The other
The
three
other three
emergencies, baby?
emergencies. Yeah, the other 3 emergencies are still in the queue. Yeah. And I'm like, hey guys, we have emergencies in the queue. Anyone want to fucking do their job? Into the all chat. So the lesser of two evils, as I'll call him now, the one that shows up at normal times and just fucks off and doesn't do his job for a while, instead of the one that shows up early and fucks off and doesn't do his job for a while, actually takes all 3 of those emergencies.
Okay, okay. Progress.
Yeah, I'll call it progress. Yeah.
A given
the fuck
definition
is
of
this?
progress.
But what did I say to my coworker? Let me see.
Probably nothing nice.
No, no, it was not.
No. I wouldn't be saying nice things either to my coworkers. Oh boy.
This morning. Oh, by the way, one of my fucking one of our clients is just the most retarded setup ever. So they originally
Let me
had
guess.
2 physical servers they were using as terminal servers, so that they could have this program. So the whole fucking thing's really fucking stupid. So it's like it was one of those applications that was based both on the computer it's activated on, but also on the number of users it's activated on, I guess, or something. I really hope it is. Otherwise, this is gonna be real fucking stupid. Anyway, so they have a special program for their for the product they handle, right? It measures it and weighs it and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I know they have per user licensing. I don't know if it's like a per activation licensing on like desktops or whatever, but I know it's at least at minimum per user. And so back in the day, they had 2 physical terminal servers. For some reason, everyone used to access this program, including everyone in the office. For some reason. So, despite them upgrading to actually pretty good computers individually for every user, they never got anything out of it because everything's running on the terminal server. And it's been an ongoing battle because we'd be like, you gotta fix this, you gotta do this, do this, do this. And they're like, but we upgraded everyone's computers. Why is it still so slow? And it's because and we keep explaining to them, it's because you're not using the computer, but they're on the computer. But you're not using them. You are using a terminal server. It doesn't matter how fast the Porsche in your garage is if you're in a fucking golf cart. So anyway, they moved away from the physical servers when the physical servers collapsed, and instead of doing something intelligent, like merging the terminal servers into one terminal server, and then just giving it more resources because it's a virtual terminal server, right? No. We have now 2 virtual terminal servers, which we need to have a 3rd server spun up to manage the load balancing between them, and a 4th server to store all the data from the first 3. All virtual.
I see no problems here.
So we have constant issues with profile corruption. Endless fucking issues with profile corruption. App's not working, profiles not working, things not updating, constant they don't want to pay for the Office server distribution, so they keep insisting that we just keep reinstalling Office for user distribution on the server, and they keep getting confused as to why it keeps breaking, and we keep explaining to them it's because you have to pay for the server distribution, and they're like, well, how much does that cost? It costs $400 a month. Oh, we'll just go back to using the user one and fix it. Sounds like job security to me. No. See, that is why we're in the position we're in the economic world. Everyone's looking for job security. And I get it. But just imagine how the world would be if firefighters looked for job security. You don't need to imagine. Just look at what firefighters used to do back in the day before they became a state-funded institution. I meant for you. Yes, I know, that's what I'm saying. Is we're in this position because everyone's trying to call it job security, and we've gone into a culture of job security, job security. I personally, and I'm sure every good-hearted doctor would agree with me because I'm basically a computer doctor. I would prefer not to have job security. I would prefer if I woke up the next day and no computer broke ever again. I would prefer that reality over the one where I have job security.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had some coworkers look at me weird when that'd come up occasionally, and I would joke about it. And then for some reason we had serious conversations like, honestly, I'd rather not have job security because that means no one's computer ever breaks, which means people can get done everything they need to get done in a timely manner.
Everything works when it plugs it in. Nothing's fucking breaking. The audio doesn't disconnect for some reason. The drivers don't randomly corrupt. Your fucking PSU doesn't randomly explode.
Mm-hmm.
The batteries die on their prescribed day that they're prescribed to die as per when you bought them and were told when they were going to die. Like, if everything just worked, my life would be so much easier. And I'm not talking about my job.
Yeah.
Sneaky's not talking about his job. Why?
Well, I'm saying that we are in the position we are in the economic world where IT is looking at issues that are perpetual as job security and not as a solution that needs to be fixed. As a problem that needs to be fixed with a solution. And so we are in a world of companies that are patched together with duct tape, because if you fix the issue, then it looks like you're doing nothing, air quotes, which then the bean counters then fire you over.
Yep.
I would rather we have no fucking issues, that all of our clients magically have all their issues fucking never happening again. But it's not going to
That's not
happen.
how that works.
No, it's not. But I prefer if that's how people approached their fucking job. If people would stop just patching fucking duct tape on everything and actually goddamn fix it. Now, admittedly, sometimes duct tape is fixing it. I will fully admit to that. Sometimes, you have a tube and you put duct tape on it and it patches the hole in the tube and the tube works again. It's like, all right. Well, then good. But if you have a foot-long gash in the tube, maybe replace the tube instead of putting duct tape on it. And then when that duct tape gets eroded away by whatever's traveling through the tube, putting more duct tape on it. So then you just have this big, thick section of duct tape on a tube. Maybe just fucking replace the goddamn tube. Or figure out why the tube keeps breaking. It pisses me off. Because all of this shit, they have the dumbest fucking setups ever. And it generates endless problems for everyone. Their employees, our team, their clients, our clients, everyone. It generates problems for fucking everyone. Everyone's unhappy because of the situation that they have for their setup. But they refuse to change their setup because that would cost money. And not a lot. The salary of one employee would fix their whole situation and would cause way less issues. We're talking, we have some clients that are down for hours of the day. Constantly. Day after day after day. For months. The amount of time they were paying their workers to sit there and scratch their asses could have been used to pay for a server that would have fixed the fucking problem.
No. We can't do that, sir.
But because the server is a big number and paying your employees to scratch their asses is a small number over a long period of time, it looks better.
Mm-hmm.
Because the people you're presenting the numbers to are also fucking retarded.
Yeah, pretty much.
So anyway, this story is written by AI, and I'm honestly, I don't even give a shit about this fucking story because it's just written by AI. It's generic fucking slop. It's not this but that. 3 things. M dash like. It's not luxury living, but it's worth every real. No. Amazing what family recipes can do when they're introduced to the right restaurants. Oh, family recipes, you say? Your family alone has had this entire gauntlet of recipes of foods and concoctions that no one has ever heard of. Really, despite having tomatoes and cheese and bread. You're really telling me that at no point in time, no one's ever thought, what?
Is it for real pizza? Is that what this motherfucker's doing?
Yes, pizza. Yes. He's saying...
Why does that always fucking happen in RJ Fix?
It's because people have this idea that because Naruto World is medieval, that means pizza wasn't invented yet because pizza was invented in the 1990s.
Okay, first of all, look, even if you are right and pizza hasn't been invented, you need to tailor your pizza to where you're going. Pizza in Europe is wildly different from pizza in America. Pizza in Japan is really fucking weird compared to that.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but it's like
you're in the tastes and flavors of the people around you. When they've been eating rice and beans for their entire lives, pizza's
and
weird.
lighter meats.
Well, yeah, lighter meats, but like, you don't have pepperoni. You don't have mozzarella cheese.
Well, I mean, it's also just like Italian pizza. In Italy, Italian pizza is dough with chunks of tomato on it, some light cheese, and lettuce and shit like that. It's basically a salad on bread with cheese.
Yeah. Toasted. Yeah.
Toasted. Yeah. American pizza was the one that was like tomato paste with cheese and obviously tastes really fucking good. But at the same time, it's like, well, how are the Japanese ever going to invent that? They don't have wheat fields. They didn't have wheat until wheat was brought over by Portugal traders.
Yeah.
Like they didn't have the fucking plant. And even then, even Italy had all the ingredients. They still didn't invent the fucking pizza, but they still had an idea of pizza of like, okay, if we take bread, we make the bread flat, we put shit on the bread.
Yeah.
So yes, sure, American pizza, big hit with a bunch of people who like calories because wow, cheese, calories, and then melted cheese on bread, tasty. And then you put tomato in there to make some sweet shit going on. It's like, oh wait, fair enough. I'll give you credit where credit's due, but at the same time, it's not magical, you know? It's not it's not like you're taking rare ingredients or meat, meat harder to get, limited quantities, you only can get so much because there's no slaughterhouses going yet, right? So you can only get meat when it's time to slaughter the one cow that grew up or like the three cows that grew up during this season, right?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Um, so yeah, it's just, and that's the thing, right? Is that if the meat gets consumed by the local population, then there's no point in preserving the meat because everyone eats it. And especially when it comes to ninjas, right? Ninjas high calorie cost. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if preserved food was kind of like stunted a little bit in the Naruto world.
Yeah.
Because really the only time a ninja would need preserved food.
It's rations, military rations.
Well, rations,
Well,
sure, but
no,
like
no, not even that. They have, they've got the ration pill. Like they've got like it's like a
yeah,
pill.
they have ration pills.
Mm.
Not only that, they also have storage seals, which seal
Yeah.
time, right? So it's
yeah.
like, okay, if we need to transport a bunch of bread to the front lines, we just seal a bunch of bread in a storage scroll and transport it to the front lines, and now the front lines have bread. Like we don't need to make hardtack so we can make the bread last to get to the front lines because it's like a 3 month journey. It's like no, it's like a 1 day's power walk for a ninja to get to the front lines.
Yeah,
And they can carry
hey,
cargo trains of
shove
bread.
the bread in there.
Yeah.
Literally,
And
you can take it fresh from the fucking baker. Hey guys, guess what? You got the good bread today. It came from Bakery Y on Street C. Ah, hell yeah, theirs is the best.
Yeah, right. It's just like the sealing techniques would completely revolutionize ninja food. And sure, the civilians might have storage methods and preservation methods, but it would probably be pretty reduced, honestly, because they would be mostly subsistence farmers. And so, sure, they would have winter periods where they would need preserved food, but at the same time, it might be cheaper just to hire a ninja to deliver some food from the farm down south. Because it's not going to be like a dangerous mission. It's, hey, go on this 2-day walk, pick up the
Hey,
bread
this
from
is a C
here,
rank mission.
and come back. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can
I was
like
gonna say.
like you're basically hiring fucking Genin to do this, so that
Like maybe there's been some regular human bandits, so you call it a D rank.
well, the C.
C.
It would be a D rank if it's inside the village. C rank is outside the village.
Oh yeah, because it's
If
outside
it's
the
with-
village, so yeah, it has to be C rank. Yeah.
If there's is hostile ninja potentially, it would go to a B or an A.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying normal villains.
Yeah,
Like
just no villains.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
normal
get what you're
villains.
saying.
Just
Yeah.
bandits.
Yeah.
Just a dude who happens to have a knife.
Yeah. And now, sure, there's plenty of merchants, and we get plenty of proof that okay, well, yeah, they can't really hire ninjas to go transport things all the fucking time, because there's still merchant caravans. But also at the same time, it's probably because the ninjas are like, yeah, but you're not really offering us that much money, so we're probably not going to take this mission. You know, because it doesn't really offer much money. Like it would be a C rank just because it's outside the village, but it probably doesn't pay much more than like a D rank at most. You know, like it pays like maybe twice a D rank or something like that. Like basically it's peasants paying you to move food from one location to another. Very low value. So probably doesn't happen too much either. So again, salted pork. Oh, we put salt on the pork and we put it in a barrel. You know.
Please
So,
move
but
for us.
there wouldn't be much preservation technology going on. But anyway, pizza. Again, made with cheap ingredients. Cheese is cheap because you know what happens to milk when you don't drink it.
Hurdles.
Becomes cheese.
You know, so cheese, cheap ingredient, all things considered. Turns out, and the best part about cheese is you don't need to kill the cow to get it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Also, just the
In
other
fact,
thing, like,
making more cows gives you cheese. So
that's true.
it's kind of one of those perpetuating things.
Like I can't even stress enough to people, like, if you're gonna do that, like, look, we've got a weird ass dip that my family makes and everybody loves. I'd be
Right.
pushing that. Or the
Yeah.
burgers that I make. I'd be
Yeah.
pushing those. Not pizza.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing, right? Is like hamburgers would be an interesting development because again, the idea of grinding up the gristle and the maybe not great sections of meat, but still edible, but not great, and then grinding that up and turning it into this far more edible patty.
Something that
Probably,
people, not just something that people will begrudgingly eat, but actively desire.
yeah. But it's also like, it's not something that's easily come up with.
Mm.
Like, you have to actively be looking to use every last little bit. And ninjas, I mean,
Yeah.
kind
Also,
of would
like,
probably just eat the steak, right?
yeah.
Like
Well, I mean,
they'd be like,
here's the thing.
oh, it's low quality steak. I don't care.
Well, I was gonna say, especially with like ninja, something like a burger would be the kind of thing that, like, you'd be right. I'd be the kind of thing like, look at this. This is roughly the size of a rice ball,
Right.
right? Like you could make sliders.
Well,
or
I
something,
mean,
right?
okay, yeah.
Right. You could
Or
make
you
like
could just
sliders
make
or
stuff.
something.
You could just make stuffed patties.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true,
Just
or stuffed patty.
true.
No need for butter or anything. Just make a stuffed patty and wrap it in paper.
Yeah, that too. But like, there's a lot you can do, right? And be like, look, shove this in the storage scroll, and look, it barely takes up more space than a rice ball, but it's got your meat, your veggies, and it tastes a whole lot better than a rice ball.
Mm.
True, yeah.
And
But also at the
it
same time, like the bigger part of the sell on like an American pizza, because of its simplicity, of you take bread, you make the bread flat, easy. Then you take
Oh.
pasta sauce or tomato sauce specifically, which again easy to make. So you take some tomatoes, you make them into untomatoes.
Yeah. But yeah,
And
like,
then you
it's
put
just
cheese on
right.
it.
Again, identify your clients and who you're serving it
It'd be
for
cheap.
and what you're doing.
It'd
Like,
be really easy to hook people because of its cheapness, and you would.
yeah,
Yeah.
This is the other thing that a lot of people really fuck up on when they try and be like, oh, I'm gonna sell food, I'm gonna charge a whole bunch of money for it because it's so rare. You get
No.
way more money selling things cheap because people will buy them in vast quantities because it's cheap and ultimately what you just did was you sold a shit ton of food for the same amount of money as if you got one person to eat it for expensive.
Yeah. Except now all of those other people go, wow, this is pretty good and it's cheap.
Yeah, and then they tell their friends, and then
Yeah.
they come in.
Like, also, real talk, if you wanted to, like, introduce something that they absolutely would not have come up with, man, French fries. Like,
True.
or
Mhm.
potato chip. Like,
Yeah.
now, that requires you finding a potato in Naruto, which, to my knowledge, didn't exist. At least we didn't see on screen.
Bro, they have potato chips.
Oh, they
Yeah.
should.
Yeah.
Oh,
His favorite.
shit,
Go,
that's
go.
right.
It's his
The
go-to
kimchi
snack.
I
love it.
forgot they have potato chips.
The kimchi
Literally
love
the
'em. There's-
Akamichi.
Yeah, my brain
I
just
don't
somehow
think we've ever
forgot. It's
seen
like, oh yeah.
potatoes. We've seen them cooked.
My brain's like, no, they don't have potatoes, and I'm like, yeah, because my brain's like, yeah, ninjas, medieval, they don't have potatoes. They don't have potatoes.
Medieval
see-
Oh
motherfucker.
yeah,
They got radios and TV screens. They
Yeah,
have
I
But
know,
see,
computers.
right?
that's exactly the problem that people run into.
Yeah,
Is
there's stuff
that
that's so
they
anachronistic.
enter into Naruto going like, oh my god, they're like medieval, right? And I'm gonna bring up all these foods that these medieval peasants would have never thought to bring. And it's just like, no.
Behold, this new invention. It's like, Joe 3 blocks down has that. What do you mean new? It's been his family for like 4 generations. What the fuck you on about?
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining that he is in fact just named Joe, and it's a reincarnator who just did not bother to change his name. My name's Joe. Welcome to Joe's Crab Shack.
That became a very common joke with me and Sneaky about like self-insert or random ninja. Just name him Joe. No one
Yeah.
questions it.
My name's Joe. Welcome to Joe's Crab Shack. How can I help you?
Oh, so apparently, this Lord Merlin guy, by the way, he doesn't write these stories.
Mm.
Fucking student. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. I'm getting my dinner. This is stupid.
He's reposting Chinese stories. Translated.
God.
It's
He's using the
always
AI to
those.
translate them.
Bro,
Why
that
is
is
always stacked?
He's
that is the
earning
bottom of the
at
barrel.
minimum $2,000 a month to repost ChatGPT translated Chinese fanfics.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm out.
I need to get into this business. I need to
Yeah.
get into the translating business because clearly people are retarded.
Sneaky, we need to throw away our morals.
I know,
Make a quick buck. Clearly,
but clearly being moral is just not worth it.
it's
Not
just
in this day and
inconvenient.
It's not
age.
profitable. Being moral's non-profitable.
Yeah, apparently it's because it's just like it is we're at the point where it's just like not worth it. It's like these people are running off the cliff willingly. But yeah, it's what the fuck? Wait, what the? Are we gonna? We're gonna have voxel-based Minecraft before Game Freak actually does something.
Wow.
Ow.
I swear, Cobblemon at this point is gonna pull a
You saw that.
Yeah, Cobblemon at this point is gonna pull a fucking vintage story and just break off and make their own fucking game. But you know what? They would probably have to change all the Pokemon if they did that. They can get away with it
Yeah.
right now
Yep.
because they're just a mod. Eh. Anyway, so blah 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 AI slop. Pizza was my golden ticket. The Akamichi clan was throwing money at me for it. Why? Why would they do that?
Why would they not just take it and make their own?
Yeah, they're pretty smart. They'd figure it out.
That too, yeah. It's like, what do they owe some clanless nobody? They'd be like, all right, well, here's a bag of gold, kid. Now fuck off. We're taking this.
This is our recipe now.
Oh, we've changed it 20%. um, quality sleep is essential for shinobi. Is that what they call hangovers now? Medicinal sake for chakra circulation. Oh wow, you're fucking right, dude.
God, I hate the fucking Marvel humor that's spread everywhere. The MCU humor.
You know what I really hate about Marvel humor is that it devalues my ability to make jokes.
Mm.
Because I have that sarcastic, irreverent humor. And now everyone's like, oh, it's just reading Marvel humor. It's like, it's like with fedoras. The fedoras got ruined. It's like wearing vests got ruined. It's like wearing, biker gloves got ruined.
Yeah.
People thought I was being edgy when I wore biker gloves. I literally was biking.
Biking's
No,
edgy
you're just
now.
being edgy. Definitely.
And by the way, those biker gloves saved my goddamn hands several times when I crashed. And I fucking slid forward. And I did not rip my entire fucking palm off. Because I had
So they
biker
did their
gloves
fucking
on.
job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say that when you
Yeah,
had to punch
I-
people, it saved you from breaking your hand, but that works too.
Yeah,
No.
I remember Trios trying to talk me out of wearing my houndstooth fedora,
Mm.
and I was just like, "No, fuck you! I'm gonna keep wearing it. I don't care that you think it's been ruined. I don't get weird looks on campus. People don't actually give a shit. Some people complimented me on it.
Oh, see, I didn't stop wearing mine because I got weird looks because I don't give a shit what other people think of me. I stopped wearing my fedora when the other guy in my dorm room who also wears a fedora, who by the way is a fat neckbeard who goes on Reddit a bunch and watches My Little Pony. When one day I was going to go take a shower in the morning before everyone woke up, and then I hear giggling, and I'm like, what the fuck is giggling in the goddamn boys' dorm room? Dorm commons, right? And I look down underneath the pool table. Here's this fat Redditor wearing his fedora watching My Little Pony on a CRT TV with two fat Landwell girls next to him underneath a blanket. And I'm just like, I can't wear the fedora anymore.
Fair.
Mm-mm.
It's ruined.
It's ruined for me. I can't enjoy it anymore.
That's amazing. I'm sorry that happened, but that's amazing.
Yeah. And so that's when I stopped wearing the fedora and I moved to my bandanas. Which had the side effect of either making me look like a gangster or a homeless person, depending on what clothing I was wearing that day.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
The clan throwing money as a subtle hint by the author about his audience? True. Funny enough, I did fall on my essay and did not have gloves and I ripped my hands and legs. Should have worn the gloves. You should have worn the gloves.
Man, you were warned. I don't know by who, but you were warned.
But, yeah, so, I mean, it's just like, it's very frustrating. Because, like, I love wearing. Max has seen me. Max has seen my vest. I love my vest.
See my
Vest.
vest, see my vest, made from real gorilla's chest.
It's
It
got
is,
so
in
many
fact, a good-looking
pockets.
vest. Yes. Yes, it does.
And I'm still wearing it even 15 years later after having gotten it. But it basically, like, that one hasn't been fully ruined, but it has been kind of ruined by, again, fucking Redditors. And then, biker gloves got ruined by the Redditors, and I stopped wearing those simply because I stopped biking everywhere because I got a car.
Understandable.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of just like getting real fucking tired of shit I enjoy. My humor style being ruined. It's just everything I enjoy gets ruined by people I hate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just my life. I do have these comfy wool gloves though, which are very comfy. And wool. But anyway, let's see what else we got here. Hurry up, I'll wait outside, blah blah blah, splashing water, reincarnation lottery, another day of pretending I don't know how this ends, another day playing student when I could probably outfight our teachers. Really? Really, you could
I
outfight it.
find that hard to believe.
Putting on my clothes with ease, it was a skill from my previous life that transferred well.
Huh?
I didn't realize putting on clothing was a skill. I didn't realize people have trouble putting clothing on. Today, I learned people are more retarded than I thought they were.
This is ChatGPT written, isn't it?
Oh, yes.
Because that sounds like something ChatGPT would come up as impressive.
You know what? That's true.
I mean, you don't see ChatGPT tossing clothes on.
My fingers automatically adjusted the kunai holster on my thigh. Muscle memory is a beautiful thing, because
Why do you
from
have
your
muscle memory of a kunai
previous life of kunai
holder? Oh
holsters?
no, Sneaky, this was the dude in high school who had the full set and
Oh
showed up to
no.
school with it every day. That's what's
With
going
my
on here.
taijutsu knowledge from before. Oh no, you're right, Max! This is a Naruto LARPer! And my body's natural talent. Oh, conveniently natural talent, of course. Again, this is retard logic here, right? This is once again retard logic of, oh, I'm just talented. Why are they so good at that thing? Oh, they're just naturally talented. So yeah, some people are naturally talented. Some people are exceptionally good at certain things. You are correct. That is, however, not separate from you. It's not this mystical, like, skill menu that pops up. You know, it's like I don't get like a I don't get the GUI that pops up. I guess that means I'm not autistic enough to see the GUI of the world, so I can activate my skill menu. So I can.
Oh, Sneaky, did you not get last month's patch?
No, apparently not.
No. You
Yeah,
should let the GM know.
yeah. But I just fucking hate this shit. I'm like, oh, I was born into a body that just was separately more capable at taijutsu than I was, despite me being the body. But, the body was more capable at taijutsu than I was. Okay, buddy. Sure. Chat GPT. Okay, buddy. Arbitrarily good luck.
Oh, we got okay, buddy.
Yeah.
I have okay, buddy.
Don't have it. I don't have it.
Bad grammar. Patreon.
It sucks to get one of the rare squares and not actually have it.
System.
I need randomly abusive and assign L.
Well, go summon sign.
God. I don't have any little girls here.
Ah, boy. I was leagues ahead of my classmates, and I had to deliberately hold back to avoid questions. Or, hear me out here, you just publicly train. You don't go out of your way to make it look public, but you just train every single day, and because you're a ninja in a ninja village training to be a ninja in a ninja village, which is a military dictatorship of a ninja village, the ninja are going to be watching you train in the ninja village as a ninja. And so what you do is you set up the presupposition that you are a hard and intelligent worker at taijutsu. By training every day, you show to everyone that you're trying really hard at taijutsu. So then when you do something that's like really advanced at taijutsu, they go, well, he trains every day.
Yeah. You know what? We need a good Naruto story that's an OC insert that makes
Yeah.
friends with Might Die.
My guy, yeah.
And no, not Might Guy, Might Die, his dad.
Oh, his dad, right, yeah.
It's just like, I'm gonna turn you into the strongest, physically strongest warrior in this village. And help him get started on the 8 gates early.
Indeed.
It's still insane that he's like, yeah, I found it mentioned in books and eventually figured it out. It's like, geez, why the fuck is the Might family just built different when it comes to taijutsu?
What, do you think his grandfather might try was the better one?
That would be such a good joke. Like, why was it called Might Try? Because if you're lucky, he might try to finish the mission.
Oh.
It's because he tried it against Madara 1v1.
Also,
And then
I just finally
that would have
realized.
been so good. That would have been so good. Like as an abridged parody. Mater just starts having PTSD flashbacks when he gets his ribs broken by Mike. It's like, this is familiar.
My
Oh,
guy
God.
comes out with the 8 gates, unleashes it. Madara's just like, you. What did you say your name was again? I am Might Guy, the Mighty Green. Fucking no!
How? It's like, what do you mean he procreated?
Fuck! I
How
knew that
did
dental,
he?
those
He
dental
died.
Also,
I knew that smell was familiar. No one had that good dental except for Try.
I appreciate the meme of the Japanese naming in there because Dai means bigger, so he's a bigger. He's bigger than my guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was just nice knowing that apparently Might Guy's lineage is in fact hereditary when it comes to personality and stubbornness.
I think Might Try is actually a genius on the spot naming from me.
Yeah.
But anyway, point being is that I hate you, author. I grabbed an onigiri from the fridge at Breakfast of Champions. Blah blah blah. If it was genius, blah blah blah, you're better than everyone else, very humble, blah blah blah, foliage, street food, civilians, blah blah blah, chakra control, I do that in my sleep, you probably do, I saw you napping, I was meditating, very advanced. Uh-huh. Last time you handled authority, you were cleaning the training ground. Worth it for the look on his face. Those grounds never looked better. Minato, perfect student. I gave a 2-finger salute. Minamikaze, punctual. Shinji, cutting it close again. Sensei, lovely morning. Blah, blah, blah. Wow. So funny, irreverent humor, weehoo, chalk dust hung in the air. Chakra theory, leaf concentration, mind-numbingly tedious. It was child's play for me. My chakra control was perfect. Of course it was.
I wouldn't it be?
Yeah, Grumpy-chan, blah blah blah. Some of us are trying to be shinobi. Don't fall asleep again. Wait. Wake me up when they teach something useful. They took everything. Wow, did you really use asterisk? Seriously, asterisk? They did.
Wow.
Go back to letting the AI write for you.
And you know,
Damn,
and you know that
Sneaky.
tease because the AI wouldn't do that.
Yeah, exactly, right? My
You know-
previous life might not have included ninja knowledge, but my weeks in the academy taught me how to spot basic errors. I'm sure weeks of studying has suddenly made you a master and capable of spotting even the most basic error in someone else's form. Now I know why they use AI. True. Most of these kids won't make it to Ganon. Maybe I should have judged. Not everyone has the past life's worth of memory. Another midwit. To no surprise. Another midwit. Who thinks that somehow life experience equals greater intelligence. This is the sort
I
of
wish that's how it
person.
worked.
Yeah, I know, right? This is the sort of person that if they ever had kids and their kid asks why, their response is, I'm the adult, I said so.
Mm-hmm.
That's this person. When you argue with them, they go, I'm the adult, I've lived longer, you're wrong. Even though they have no idea the topic you're arguing with them about. Could be like cryptocurrency or something. And they have no idea what cryptocurrency even is, but they heard on the news that cryptocurrency was a Chinese scam, and they're not taking any other answer now. I know I'm kind of catching Max with some of that flack there.
Thanks for reminding me about that time in high school and college. I'm like, oh, I got enough money, I can afford a couple bitcoins. Oh, the only service available is through Tether. Oh, Tether's China based. Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Sneaky, quick update on Bitcoin. Boy, it's been on a fucking roller coaster the last 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, how's it doing now?
I was up to 120,000 3 weeks ago, or 118,000. It's dropped down to 84,000. So something's happening there. I don't know what, but something's going on.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I hate the fact that Bitcoin's worth any money at all.
Yeah.
Because it's
You
not.
hate that the ultimate example of fake money is doing super well.
Yeah. I hate that the
Understandable.
ultimate example of fake money, which has no value, it has artificial scarcity, it has no actual usage. It's the usage of Bitcoin is to turn it into US dollars. That's the usage of Bitcoin. That's what you use Bitcoin for. You take US dollars and turn it into Bitcoin, and then you take Bitcoin and turn it into US dollars. It doesn't actually do anything.
Yeah, pretty much.
I hate that it is worth money Because people buy it. And why do people buy it? Because other people bought it. And why did other people buy it? Because other people bought it. Why is it valuable then? Because people are buying it. So why is anyone buying it? Because it's valuable. I'm gonna shoot someone. I'm gonna fucking shoot someone someday. Someone's gonna be like, "Oh yeah, man, billion dollars off of Bitcoin. I had a bajillion Bitcoins, and I sold them all, and now I'm a gajillionaire." And I'm like, "Okay, well that's cool and all, except meet God."
Oof.
I'm just gonna fucking snap someday.
I mean, you snapped a few times.
I haven't killed anyone yet, Max.
I know you haven't had the full breakdown, but I've seen you snap a couple times.
I'm getting close.
By the way, I love our dog,
Yeah.
but this fucking bastard decided he didn't want his the bed we got in my room, the little dog bed for him. He wanted it out of there, so I helped him move it out into the main foyer.
And yes, he moved it back into the bedroom.
No, he dragged it to be at the door. You motherfucker. You fucking son of a... As sweet as that is, you motherfucker. You're blocking my door.
Yes, but he wants to be the guard dog. He wants to be the...
Well, it's also, I'm
guardian
also the only
beast.
one home right now, so...
Yeah. I just remember my fucking little corgi would make his way from the first floor. So our corgi was real fucking smart. He used his tongue to unlatch his dog cage.
Amazing.
It was a metal cage, and so it had one of those turnkey latches. And he would use his tongue, like, I caught him one day, because I went to go let him out. And I come over, and I see him there with his fucking snoot sticking through the bars, and his tongue is wrapped around the turnkey, and he's slowly turning it with his tongue. And he just looks at me, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, no, go on, finish. And he turns it, pushes the cage open, and then pulls the cage back with his mouth, and then turns the turnkey back, and looks at me and sits down, and it waits for me to let him out. I'm like, you fucking little piece of shit. I'm like, is this how you kept getting out all this time? Is not that people were forgetting to turn the key, but that you figured out how to use your goddamn tongue?
Yeah.
Yes.
My sister and her family have a German Shepherd, I think. Long-haired one. That big son of a bitch figured out how to open doors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he can't do a traditional like knob, like a round knob. He can't do that. But
Yeah.
if it's a handle,
Yeah.
he can lift it up and open the door. So they have to lock their doors. When they leave, they have to make sure, okay, did we lock the front door? Yes. Did we lock the back door? Yes. Did we lock the garage door? Yes. And then they can go.
Amazing. Yeah, so
man's best friend is simultaneously the smartest pet and the dumbest pet, and it's
I'm gonna
astounding.
strangle you. Yeah. But during thunderstorms, he would unlock his cage, use his body weight to push open the doors that would swing inward from his direction. And he would navigate through all the rooms that had the doors that would do that, go upstairs, push my door open, and then hop into bed with me. Me of all people.
You were probably the chillest in his eyes, to be fair.
You know,
Also,
I probably
the
was.
probably the one most likely to like throw hands with the Thunder God if it came down in your room for whatever reason.
I would try. Mostly because most Thunder Gods kind of respect that gumption. So,
Well, also the motherfucker just invaded your room.
yeah.
No knocking, nothing. Just showed up.
Yeah. But, yeah, I love that dog. Good dog. But he lived a good life. 13 years old. Pretty fucking good for a
Oh,
dog.
that's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Especially for a corgi. Aren't
Yeah.
corgis one of the more short-lived breeds?
I mean, like,
Depends.
they said maybe if he didn't get cancer, he might have lived, like, 2 more years. But
That's pretty impressive.
he was already at the point that we had to build a ramp for him so he could get up the steps outside when we let him out because we had a porch that we let him out onto, and we had to build a ramp for him to get up and down the stairs because his hips were starting to give out. So like he was entering old age already pretty fast.
Yeah, like I said. Still, though, you know, dogs making it to a decade is already a pretty big fucking achievement for most breeds.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Good dog, good dog. Death by lung cancer. Honestly, probably one of the worst ways to go.
Hmm.
But yeah, we did. Once we found out that he had stage 4 lung cancer, we were like, okay, we gotta put him down.
It'd be too cruel to keep him alive.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like people that do that. Right. I know some people that are like, oh, but I've had this dog for 15 years. I know he's shitting and pissing himself, and his back legs don't work anymore, and he has seizures every other day. But I love my dog. I won't put him down. It's like, lady, think of how that feels for the dog.
Mm-hmm.
It can't move anywhere. You have to hold it up so it can piss and shit, hopefully outside. And if you don't do it on a clock, then it pisses and shits and it has to sit in its own piss and shit for a while until you come over and notice that it pissed and shit itself again.
Mm.
Like, you think the dog's having fun?
No.
Yeah, I don't like people that I'm gonna be clear. I also don't like people that do that to humans, where they're like, "Oh, but he's my grandfather. I love him." It's like, yeah, but he's basically almost in a coma. He basically can't move out of the hospital bed. He needs a rebreather on to breathe. You know, he has to have a nurse change his piss bag because they had to stick a tube up his dick because he can't control his bladder anymore, and he can't control his lower legs. It's like, let him go. Jesus Christ. I know you love him, but that's
But
not
let 'em go.
living.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's also a fucked up form of love because you're like, I will extend their suffering.
I will extend their suffering for my own personal emotional stability. Yeah. It's fucked up. And I just don't like people that do that to anything. Human, animal. I don't like that shit. I told my dad, I was like, look, Dad, if I'm ever sitting there pissing and shitting myself because I don't have lower body control anymore, just fucking kill me. I don't want you to pay some woman to clean my poop bag every day. Like, I'm good. Just get a gun and shoot me. Blah 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 blah. Bunch of shit no one cares about. Shinji, would you like to demonstrate your progress? This was a trap. He gave this task to me, expecting me to fail, to give him an excuse to lecture about my attitude. With a calculated sigh, I placed the leaf on my forehead and channeled the smallest amount of chakra, just enough to make it stick for 3 seconds before I deliberately disrupted the flow, letting the leaf float down. Still working on it, Sensei, I said, my tone perfectly balanced between frustration and determination. The art of calculated mediocrity, a skill more valuable than jutsu. It's also something that would instantly put you on a ninja village's radar. You are a child. Very few people are capable of actually genuinely pretending to be less competent than they actually are. And this is not like, oh, well, if you were smarter, you would know. No, this is a quite literally, when you become competent at something, depending on what it is, it's actually quite hard to appear naturally incompetent at that thing. It's because of muscle memory, because of your knowledge, so you subconsciously try and correct errors, but you're also trying to consciously make those errors, and that's where the clash comes in, and you can see hesitations on the people when they're like, oh, well, I mean, oh, whoops. Yeah.
Yeah, well, let's not forget this is still somewhat militaristic Ninja Academy.
Yeah.
I'm sure they bring sensory units in every now and again.
Yeah.
And at some point, they're like, "Hey, you said this kid keeps fucking up, right? Yeah, he's deliberately cutting the flow of his chakra."
Yeah. I mean, not just that. It's literally a ninja village. It's an infiltration specialist village. It's a village of infiltration specialists. And unless your past life was as a fucking assassin, you probably don't have the skills to out-infiltrate the infiltration specialists.
Yeah, but he was a Naruto fan in the past life.
When I suspect the kid's faking incompetence, but I can't prove it. Good night, Gray. Oh, God. But yeah, it's just like, how do you know it's a perfect balance of frustration and determination? If you were sleeping, or not paying attention, or not working on it, how is the sensei supposed to buy that you're determined to get it right? Right?
But also, as you said, this is more militaristic. How are you sure they're not just going to go, wow, his chakra is really smooth and controlled. He should be able to hold this leaf. He must be up to something.
Well, not even he must be up to something. It's just, man, this kid's blatantly trying to undermine the system of child soldiers, so we're going to crack down on him.
Send him to war early. That should fix it.
True. Probably not that, but they would probably just be like, hey, congratulations, you've been randomly selected for a new program called We Caught Your Ass. And what does this program entail, you might ask? Oh, well, you see, we gotta take this Jonin instructor here, and he's going to personally kick the shit out of you every single day until you're a better ninja. His name's Might Try.
we Sneaky, we gotta get to workshop, and this is like a 2-chapter, 50,000 word extravaganza.
By the way, we've got this guy.
The story of Might Try, the man
Indeed.
who gave Mater Uchiha PTSD.
By the way, his father is a Genshutsu specialist. Might lie. For some reason, anyone who faces him, for some reason blacks out, and they think it was from illusions.
That's where the famed Might family talent came from of the sunshine illusion.
Occasionally it skips a generation.
Mm.
I do love that illusion was never explained outside of like, that's just
Youth.
how convincing he is.
That's just youth.
Indeed, indeed. Huge, as the kids say, I suppose. Minato was watching me with an amused smirk. He knew exactly what I was doing. Very convincing, he mouthed, turning when Sensei turned away. I winked back at him. Okay, so you're
So Minato knows you're just
Okay.
lying for some reason.
If Minato knows, the teachers know.
Yeah.
What
For the
are you
next
talking about? That's what-
hour, I performed a
that's-
masterful ballad of almost but not quite getting it, gradually improving without raising eyebrows from anyone except Minato, who occasionally shook his head at my performance.
Sneaky,
By
do
the
you
end
mean
of the
ballet?
exercise, I calculated myself successfully into the middle of the class. Not remarkable, but not poor enough to get enough health. Perfectly average. Honestly, considering the fact they have fucking Nara,
Mm. Although the
perfectly
Naruto,
average
yeah,
would be like
Yeah.
its own red flag.
yeah.
Yeah.
The Naruto will be at the bottom. They're like, yeah, that's expected. This guy, middle of the pack, what the fuck's going on?
But no, like the Nara, yeah, you have basically three kinds of Nara. The Nara who calculates how to be near the top of the class but not high enough to have expectations set for them. The Nara that calculates how to be perfectly average because they have yet to realize that calculating a perfect averagity makes you actually more obvious. And the Nara that is smart enough to know how to fail as much as possible but still pass.
Shikamaru, otherwise.
But the middle Nara is always the most obvious, and I see this. I got so angry at this because I see this so often in so many Naruto fics of this perfect averageness. Oh, I'm just gonna be an average. I'm gonna go under the radar as a perfectly average student. Buddy, I hate to break this to you. You're in a village with Nara. You're in a infiltration specialist village. Now, I'm not gonna say they think you're like an infiltration, right? Because they have records of you having lived here this whole time, and you've never left the village, and you've never been detected, and you don't have an adult-sized chakra. But they would think you're a little bit weird. Maybe you're getting training they can't detect. Maybe someone's contacting you.
Maybe out of spite, the Nara think, damn, he's putting in this much effort to be average while we're trying to fail. I'm gonna get him caught out of spite.
I'm going to perfectly fuck up my own grades to fuck up his.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, I also pulled that shit at my first job, my first real job that wasn't just labor. My first office job when I worked for ICE
Mm.
is there was a big TV at the end of the office, and it showed how many calls everyone had answered that day and what calls were in the queue.
Okay.
And
ICE is one of the last things that needs to be running a fucking KPI competition.
Yeah.
I think KPIs are horrendous. Always have since I first heard of them.
Yeah.
That was one of the reasons. So they claimed to fire me from last job, even though
Yeah.
I hated the idea of the KPI from day one, and I was near the top
Yeah.
in my particular position for the first like 6 to 8 months of us introducing the KPI, and everyone's being able to see it.
Yeah.
So
Well, so I looked at the KPI on screen, and the amount of calls I would take throughout the day was always perfectly calculated to put me in the top 5, but never in the top 4. Or the top 3, I should say. So I was either number 4 or number 5 always. High enough that I'm not overworking, but also, sorry, low enough that I'm not overworking, but also high enough that they can't call me out for any bullshit. Which didn't really help me when I called the HR ladies childless hags.
I mean, if they don't want to be called something, they shouldn't be that something.
Well, I mean, that's also very true, but you know how women are when it comes to being reminded of things that they are.
Sneaky, that's not a gender thing. That's just a people in authority positions that shouldn't be in those positions thing.
Also very true.
We've had this discussion. It's how it's part of the reason that certain boomers in positions are so easy to hate. Because the thing
Yeah,
that got them their job, they hate seeing other people have as a personality trait.
true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of insulted them and they fired me. But they also fired the other top 5 performers. Well, they didn't fire one of the they didn't fire the number 1 top performer. We were all pretty sure it's because he was black. And we were all pretty sure of that because everyone that got fired was white.
Mm.
They had to cut 25 of the 60 employees, and all 25 of the 60 employees they cut were white. It's like,
Huh.
Okay.
And I'm accusing them of being progressive because they were also they worked for ICE, but they also were anti-ICE. They didn't think ICE should be enforcing immigration.
You mean like the reason it was created?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a wee bit odd.
Yeah.
Mm. I believe you've brought this guy up before, actually, in the past.
I've brought the HR ladies up before in the past,
Yeah,
yeah.
this has been brought up in the past. A few times.
A few times, yeah. Anyway, let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. Drinking, practicing, drinking me. I'm wounded, grumpy Cham. Blah, blah, blah. Twitch of amusement. Uchihas were immune to my charm. Quite a performance. You get better at looking terrible. Thank you. I've been practicing. I don't understand
he's
why
just
you
outright
pretend to
admitting.
struggle. Maybe I'm just not very good at it, right? And I'm secretly terrible at taijutsu because being the best means they expect more from you. Why set myself up for that? But you're impossible. That's my charm. Wake me up when lunch is over. Be mediocre, the middle child, not the prodigy, not the dropout. The guy who remembers your birthday but definitely won't get you a present. Cool.
That just makes you an asshole.
Kinda, yeah, pretty much.
Like, you want to be
Yeah.
the guy that remembers the birthday but may not be able to get a present. Not the guy that remembers the birthday but never gets you a present.
Yeah, yeah. But anyway, that's that. And you know what? It's 10 o'clock. It's only the 3 of us, so I think we can call it a night, gentlemen. Bingo.
We can't
wow.
find a quick story with a trigger warning in it.
No, I do not think we're. You know what? We might have to remove trigger warning. 'Cause I don't
Yeah,
think
we're not on
gonna get that.
AO3, so
I think we can probably count on one hand
Yeah.
the
how
amount of
many
times
times?
we've seen that in
Man,
summaries.
yeah.
since we
I
put
know,
it on
it's
the poll.
wild. I remember back in the day, there was
Everywhere.
just every fucking story had them.
Warning, we've got terms of dark themes.
Yeah,
Violent.
warning, violence, murder, abuse, family abuse, naughty words, scary things.
The problem is everything's written by AI instead, so the AI won't put trigger warning.
Oh yeah, the ChatGPT's been getting some overtime the last month.
Month? It's all year basically. We've
Yeah, it really has been
based-
like.
Well, yeah, but like it's been really ramping up.
That's
Becoming a
true.
lot more
I have been
common to
seeing
see.
a lot more. I have been definitely
Mm.
seeing it a lot more. Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, gentlemen, I think this is a good night, and we will see you on Tuesday because there is always more